If I just had me a girlfriend to go down on, I'd be alright.
You motherfuckers are the cause of my suffering!
I mean, you're sitting there thinking, is this entertainment?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Oh well. I guess Streamlabs is busted tonight. Maybe I'll try and fuck with it again later. Welcome everybody. Good morning. Picked a great time to get a sip of water here. Morning, Stephen. Good morning, Walter. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Grandpa. Good morning, Billy. Good morning, Video Health System. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Good morning, John. Good morning, Clay. Good morning, Ruby. Good morning, everybody else in there. Please, Div. Please, I can't. I keep forgetting to add something to watch while we wait for the room to fill up a little bit. Siskel and Ebert, biggest arguments. Yeah, I was just playing the first 10-hour thing I could find that wouldn't get me muted. Yeah, whatever I played yesterday, I don't even remember what it was. It got the VOD muted.
I'm sidelong glances of a pigeon.
Oh, you know what it was? It was Engelbert Humperdinck's Lesbian Seagull. That got dinged.
Benji the Hunted. You'd think this was an Edward G. Robinson or maybe today an Arnold Schwarzenegger film rather than the adventures of a cute little dog lost in the wilderness.
Who gives a shit?
Indeed.
God damn it, that shit pisses me off so bad.
Benji isn't hunted by man nor beast, but when he's left to care for 4 cougar cubs,
Engelbert Humperdinck can eat my dick from the back.
My advice, walk in about 10 minutes late and you'll just see Benji cuddle the cute cougar kitties. Your kids will appreciate it.
When he wrote the song Lesbian Seagull, he should have been prescient enough to know Twitch is going to exist. He should have predicted the internet.
There's Benji battling a bear, and then there's Benji battling a cougar.
Lesbian Seagull. Oh, I better not sing it, actually.
Sees Benji as lunch. I wish there had been more, aren't they cute shots like this one of the kitties crossing a creek. After a while, with Benji being chased and attacked so often...
You're going to transcribe it here in chat?
Benji
Alright, whatever you gotta do. That's engagement. I don't care.
Benji the Hunted exhausted me. This is the first time I wanted to tell a dog to slow down and stop to smell the flowers. I
The
can't
cougar would
recommend
rip
the
Benji to
Hunted.
shreds.
Well, there is a little suspense in the movie. Like, for example, will Benji be able to protect those cougar cubs until they get big enough to eat him? But I don't know, Gene.
Pinky, you're having
Your
lesbian
review is
seagull
the
for
typical
dinner.
Sort of blasé, sophisticated, cynical review.
I'll take the
I
word
would
sophisticated.
I would expect from an adult. This movie is not for adults. This movie is for children. I can remember what it was like to be 6 years old, 8 years old, to see a movie
Which
that's
one did I
90
say,
minutes
Tinky?
long, only has about 100 words of dialogue. It's about
See, if
a
you didn't have
dog
me
in the
muted, you'd
wilderness,
know.
Beautiful photography,
Yeah,
those
doesn't- yeah.
cute little cougar cubs, which you mentioned,
Yeah.
the magnificence of the other
Thinking
animals.
you have like a
the
special kind of muted on.
adventures,
You can hear
the
some
little
words.
kittens
You're-
crossing the stream, the very shot you pointed out.
Roger.
This movie is a movie that kids would really enjoy.
No,
and it would really
you know what they
speak
should
to
see?
them.
Roger, my rebuttal of this film is you're wrapping yourself in the flag of children, and I'm saying go see The Black Stallion instead. There's a film with little dialogue. So
Hold
much better.
on, I'm not wrapping myself in the flag of children. You're wrapping yourself in the flag of the sophisticated film
No,
critic who's
boredom.
seen it all.
No, boredom. Boredom with
I
Benji
don't
running.
think that any child is going to be bored by this movie, and indeed, I found the nature photography to be very interesting myself.
I recommend film for kids that are good. The Black Stallion is a great film. This is
Oh, well, I
garbage.
recommend films for kids that are bad, but I'll tell you what, whether it's good or bad, I think kids will really enjoy
As it gets. Okay, next movie, and our next film is Home Alone 3.
Oh, the one where he gets his penis
Boy,
caught in
has
the
this
toilet.
franchise ever run out of gas? Even the stuff.
Remember that? There's a bit at the beginning of Home Alone 3 where the child's penis is so big he slams it in the seat of the toilet. And the dad says he slammed his penis again.
Juvenilia as a suburban Chicago kid is home alone,
Remember?
defending himself against constant attack by 4 thugs trying to recover a stolen Air Force computer chip that has mistakenly wound up
Again!
in his possession.
He slammed his penis again. A bizarre, insane bit. Even watching it at fucking 10 or whatever, whenever this would have come out.
You're there.
I remember thinking that doesn't make any sense.
I got it.
The crooks suffer more blows to the head than a bad heavyweight fighter.
Stand clear.
And just like that, I downloaded Sex and the City
Maybe
2,
he's not
and
so
just
clever
like that.
after all.
Yeah, I just think we're having an off day.
Is it called Sex and the City 2, colon? No, that's Sex in the Desert. Lawrence of my labia
And that
and whatnot.
goes on and on to the point of nausea. If this movie had
gonna watch
a
it tonight,
theme
there?
song, it would be Dumbbells Keep Falling on
that
My
been
Head.
re-released
The
on
story
Blu-ray?
Makes no sense. I feel for every family that's going to be suckered into seeing.
It was
Home Alone
widely
3.
hated, I
going to
think.
astound you, but I'm giving the movie
I
thumbs
bet
up.
there's like a
doesn't
Home
astound
Alone
me. Are
box
you
set
okay?
it's in.
Better than you were the day that you liked Starship Troopers.
Okay. Oh no.
I'll tell you why I
that was
like the
exciting.
movie. This movie empowers little kids. This is the one where they finally got it right. I liked it better than the other two. In the original movies, little kids love the idea.
This is the one where they got it
can
right.
Somehow affect the outcome, that they can have power over grown-ups.
That's
they
the
can
number
defend
one.
themselves and be smart and think about things.
He hammered
and in
thugs
this
in the
movie,
first
it's
one.
not
These
as
kings
violent as the
invented
second one.
contrarianism.
The kid is charming. He really is a good little actor, and the plot is smarter than
We
the other
completely
movies.
disagree. I thought the kid was generic mop top, and I thought that the Home
Come
Alone.
on, that kid?
Yes.
Come
Yeah,
on.
but only two
Come
kids.
on!
Good.
Culkin's better. And
You see the
the
bit
other
about his
thing is,
penis?
It's the same plot as the first one, only more bumps to the head.
The second, they're all the same plot.
But you just said that this one empowers him more than the other one. Absolutely.
Maron.
That's the secret of that's why kids love these movies, because they love the fantasy that they have power.
But it's overdone. Overkill here.
Not for
I can't believe it
Not
either.
for you.
Okay, coming up.
Eddie Murphy Raw, and this is the movie I've been waiting for ever since I heard about it, just after I saw and was disappointed by Beverly Hills Cop 2, because that was Eddie Murphy as a wind-up action toy. But Eddie Murphy Raw is Murphy as Murphy in concert with
It is
the
better than
rawest
Beverly
of
Hills Cop
language,
2.
and he's never been funnier. For example, he names
argue that.
names at the beginning of his concert, putting down hilariously Michael Jackson, and then he puts down Bill Cosby, even worse than Roger just did a while back, who Murphy tells us.
Is that
Bill
true,
Cosby,
Grandpa?
that is. Bill Cosby called
Is he-
Eddie
does she
Murphy
play
one
like the
day
Big
and told
Sister
him
or
to
something? I
clean
don't
up
remember
his
that.
stage act.
I ran in the house all excited to talk to Bill and picked up the telephone.
He
and Bill
slammed
got
his
rolling
dick,
on me. I
it's
was
the
like, "Hello,
line."
Mr. Cosby, and you hear, I would like to talk to
For some reason, I
you
remember he slammed his penis again. He slammed his dick is worse.
of the things that you do in your show.
Damn. You're eating good tonight, Dirt. Home Alone 3 in 1080. That's going to be so crisp and enjoyable.
Now, you cannot say filth, flarn, filth in front of people. And I never said no filth, flarn, filth. He says, you know what I'm talking about. I can't use the type. What? Alice? Alice?
This isn't the bed. I just wanted to. Remember the video when you hit my penis? God, I love comedy. Shot in the groin. Where's it? Link me up on this scene. I want to see the scene.
In your show.
He slammed his thing.
Now, you cannot say filth, flarn, filth in front of people. And I never said no filth, flarn, filth. He says, you know what I'm
a lot of
talking
Eddie
about.
Murphy
I can't use
stand-up
the type of
this
language
year.
that you use, but you know what I
This
mean
season.
when I say filth, flarn, filth. And I never said no filth, flarn, filth, and I don't know what you're talking about. I'm offended that you called. F you.
Like some of the greatest confrontational comics around, Eddie Murphy isn't afraid of offending anyone, and he has a long and hilarious tirade against Johnny Carson's former wife and all wives who want half of the
Home Alone 3, Alex naked in the bathroom scene. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dirk's downloading this?
Oh man. I hope they're not. Alex slammed the toilet seat down on his thing again.
Bullseye!
Alex? What happened?
Had nothing to do with this. I'm innocent.
Yeah, I gotta go. My kid slammed the toilet seat on this thing again. I'll call you back. Yeah.
He slammed
Alex?
his penis. He slammed his thing again. That's good writing.
their husband's wealth at divorce time.
Relatable.
If you have $5 and have to give
We
somebody
all have
$250,
penises big enough
you'd be
to do that.
upset.
It's relatable.
Johnny had to have at least $300 million and have to give up $150 million? And they weren't even married but 10 years and $150
That is a
million?
good little actor.
Give me a break. What? And ladies, no, here's a woman I'm gonna say, right on. No, you can't, baby, that's not fair. Not no $150 million. I see a lot of you ladies sitting there going, get all the money you can. I'm glad she did get all that money. She earned it. She earned it. That's you damn right. She was
DD, what's your
married
dad's
to him. She
favorite
deserved
movie?
that
What's
money.
everybody's dad's
I'll pay for
favorite
that
movie?
No. Stop it.
There's not
think
a
I know
lot more that we
Twinkies.
could show you of Eddie Murphy Raw without you hearing more bleeps than
My
words.
dad's
He's
is Last of the
foul,
Mohicans.
But very funny, talking in brutally honest comedic terms about sex
Or the
and marriage.
Costner Wyatt
The
Earp. I
concert
think they're
tails
tied
off
for
at
him.
the end somewhat with a tired bit about how badly white people dance. Most of
Saving
us know
Private
that.
Ryan's a
But
classic
more
dad
often than not,
movie.
at least us two.
And the
More often
only
than
way
not,
to
Eddie
test
Murphy
surround
lives up
sound
to the
systems
concert
from the
film
years
standard set by
of
the man he calls his
2002
idol,
to
Richard Pryor. And that is high
2024.
praise indeed. I really liked Eddie Murphy Raw, and I knew that I would. He should release, I think, a concert film every year because
Silver
the parts
Linings
that are written
Playbook.
for him,
You have two
by and
dads,
large, with the
CTT?
exception of 48 Hours, really haven't been that good.
Gay
See, I don't
movie.
think this film deserves comparison to Richard
It's a
Pryor
gay
in any
movie.
way, because what Richard Pryor has is
Caddyshack.
insight
Yeah, dads
and,
love a
sympathy
broad
with
comedy.
the humanity of the people that he's making fun of, and that's the one
Blair
thing
Witch
that's
would have been my
lacking
guess.
in
Elf's
this concert
interesting.
film by Eddie Murphy. It's an extremely juvenile film. The humor is extremely callow. You talk about his attack
I like
on
Silver
Johnny
Linings
Carson's
Playbook.
wife.
That's
I
a-
don't believe
that's an
anybody
odd
can get
favorite
away
movie,
with
though.
Talking about blacks the way that Eddie Murphy talks about women in this film, on the basis of what he says in this film. And
Oh,
the
I
way he
see.
uses
Yeah,
the
that's
key
just kind of a
four-letter
soft,
word
nice-
as a club. This movie
It's got a
hates
satisfying
and despises
arc.
and puts down
I
and
can see it.
rejects women
No.
and sees them only
Not at
in
all.
terms
Dad
of their
hates
sexual
conflicts in
function.
movies.
Not at all.
CTT's
No, let me
dad's
answer
favorite
this.
show is
Because
Entourage.
The film comes around and goes right back and throws it back at men. Yes,
Never any
it is
conflict,
more loaded
just
against
just
women
pure.
than it is against men,
Everything's
but
good for him at all
Roger, where is
times.
your sense of humor? The man is not. The man is not.
And throw it at men
Yes,
either.
it does.
Everybody
Yes,
in
it does.
terms of what takes place right between their belt and their knees.
That's a
the
joke.
only part of the
He's
human
making
being
a
that he's
joke.
interested in.
He's making
he doesn't
a joke.
have any interest at all in their personality.
Yeah, my dad's a big movie
in their
sleeper, too.
problems, in their humanity.
One of their problems
is
is
bathroom humor, Gene.
And
It
it's
is
very
bathroom
funny.
Humor.
It's
He just
very
likes
funny
Not
bathroom
that.
humor.
If
to
you
sleep
think
to
it's funny,
movies.
then maybe you need to grow up
He
along
loves
with
to
Eddie
put on a
Murphy.
movie
You
and
gotta
say,
go to Richard
"I'm going
Pryor
to
and learn
sleep
how
to
be a
this.
little
Don't
more
change
mature.
it."
No, let me tell you, it
It's
is
like a white
very,
noise for him.
very funny. Oddly, people who haven't seen this film are going to agree. Gee, Roger's right. It should
Morning,
be clean.
Freelance.
It should be clean.
I
You
didn't
We're letting
say
it
it
fill
should
up a
be
little bit
clean.
before we start the
I'm not
antique.
playing to the audience, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying it should be clean. I have nothing against four-letter language.
Right.
I love it when Richard Pryor uses it. Richard Pryor uses it as poetry. Eddie Murphy uses it as a bludgeon.
Okay, I disagree
Does he
with
lay
you.
on the floor
I
to
think
watch
Richard
him,
Pryor
Tinky?
is a genius. I think Eddie Murphy is getting there.
Split on Eddie Murphy Raw, which
Our next film is called Dirty Dancing, a provocative title for a film that only occasionally lives up to that billing. It's set in a Jewish summer resort in upstate New York, and in one scene, the young daughter of one of the guests stumbles upon the help doing some sexy dancing.
Is
to
it
let
being
off
a
steam.
Jewish summer resort part of the plot? Could you not have just said summer resort? I don't remember Dirty Dancing that well, but I don't remember that playing into it. Yes, we can't see this. What do you think they're doing back there? The music keeps getting muted. Evan Porbo. This is the scene where Patrick Swayze slams his
But
thing in the
movie
toilet
has been
again.
cut from R to PG-13, so it doesn't get much hotter. Telling the story of how that innocent girl, nicknamed Baby, falls in love with the lead dance instructor.
Where'd you learn to be a dancer?
Well, this guy came into this luncheonette one day, and, you know, we were all sitting around doing nothing. And he said that Arthur Murray was giving a test for instructors. So, if you pass,
Why is this bar here?
they teach you all these different kinds
The
of
person that
dances,
uploaded
show
it
you how
put
to
it here. Why didn't he do it for
Boy
any of the
is
other movies?
working class. Her parents would rather see her get involved with the grandson of the owner of the resort. The dancing in the film is exciting, and even though the story is predictable, will they or won't they get together, I was held captive
Will
by
they
the
or won't they be
personal
Jewish
magnetism
together?
of that young actress, Jennifer Grey, who is so very good as Baby. She also played Matthew Broderick's sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I did enjoy watching her grow up, and I think that's what actually happens in the film that makes it so good. We do see a character grow up, and it's on the basis of the dancing and of her performance that I give the film a marginal recommendation.
Well, I know what you're talking about, and the dancing is good. All the best dancing in the movie is between Patrick Swayze, who is that young
Yes.
man, and his professional
My dad's
dancer.
favorite
Very
movie is
great. Very
480p
great.
episodes of Ancient
it was
Aliens
predictable.
on
Come
YouTube.
on, and not only was it predictable, but also the whole subplot. There's a subplot involving an abortion.
Yeah.
And
You
the
see,
young girl
you ever
father
watch? You
thinks
ever
that
look through
the
that
wrong
YouTube,
person
Ash?
Yeah.
is
They put a lot
the
of stuff on
father,
there. You can find just
of
about
the
anything
baby.
on there. You want to watch it?
And it's not just not brilliant, it's the idiot
You ever look
plot
through that
that I've always
YouTube,
talked
Ash?
about, where one
Like it's a new
word-
thing you
one
found.
word from any one of three different people in this movie.
No, I've never
could
been to
have
YouTube,
collapsed
Dad.
The entire
What is
plot,
that?
Because then the father wouldn't have thought
I know
that.
that.
And then everything would have
MeTube?
been different. And so they all have to be very careful
But
not
Roger,
to say that one word.
In most movies that have idiot plots, you do not have performances this good. I think you'll agree with that, right? And I think the other thing is that you will
Dad's
not
level
see a
World War
character
II
grow
movie.
up. And I'm telling you that this
Well,
young
boomer
actress
dads.
is given a good.
She
It's
doesn't
just terrific.
grow up. She just moves right along according to the requirements of this
No,
pre-canned
she
plot.
she comes to that camp naive, and she grows up at the end of the
And
film.
that's
I
a
like
cliche, Gene. That's a cliche.
Not
I'm
the way she
surprised you
plays
fell
it.
for it.
Not the way she plays
It's
it.
just all by the numbers.
Not the way she plays
all
it.
by the numbers. The dancing is good. The plot.
She's good. Tell me she's that good.
She's okay.
I think more than okay. Coming up next.
It's not that it isn't ready, sir. It's just that we have so much more testing to do.
Dr. Cooper, is it ready or not?
The boss of a powerful drug company has
Just their heads
issued
staring
orders
at it.
for a new tranquilizer to be rushed into production with hilarious results in Brain Candy, an audacious, clever, very funny new satire from the comedy troupe known as Kids in the Hall. They play many of their parts in drag, and the joke doesn't stop there. What they have to say is as funny as how they look.
Hi, welcome to the Nina Bedford Show. I'm Nina Bedford. Do you like my new outfit?
happiness. Can it be bought in the form of a pill?
The drug they've designed is a feel-good pill, and it's possible to view brain candy as an indictment of the happy as a clam and excited to be one drug called Prozac.
How do you feel, patient 957? Oh, like a fresh towel drying on the line on a summer's day. Oh, I feel like a little worm peeking its head out of the ground after a rainstorm and seeing no robin.
Hell yeah, Grandpa.
The brain candy players are also funny just conversing as they put down the artifice of adult behavior in the corporate business world.
I thought of the name for the drug. Gleeman X.
They're very, I guess they're very visibly AI. So you could clock it from that far away.
72 degrees in your head. All the time.
I think this is very funny stuff. Brain candy.
In his
will
defense,
appeal to
it's
young
getting
moviegoers
hard
who
not
are
to
fans
see
of Kids in the Hall.
AI
I've seen them a
MILFs on
couple
any
of times
social
on
network
late
at
night
this
TV,
point.
And I often thought they seemed good only by comparison with the recent Saturday Night Live troops. But in Brain Candy, they're funnier than they've ever been on TV, and I recommend this.
They're in
picture
my
as kind
area.
of a midnight
They're all
show
over my
cult
scroll.
picture, which I suspect it's destined to become.
Boy, are we apart on
Huge
this one.
jokes.
I did not laugh once. I thought this movie was
Now what is this?
Oh, no, Roger.
dreadful,
No.
terrible,
No.
stupid,
Like a poor
idiotic,
covering up of a
unfunny,
watermark.
No.
labored, forced,
Oh, Roger.
painful.
Roger, this is
Bad.
What happened to your sense of humor?
I
Once in
got
a
my
while-
sense of humor. That was what my sense of humor was.
Covered up a bunch of
starving for
slurs on
long
screen.
No, Roger, first of all,
They used to
the
be a
drag
thing they
stuff.
did on
So
local
what?
television.
What do
Just
we-
put
okay,
slurs on
they're
screen
funny.
randomly.
Why is it funny? Why is it funny that they're in drag?
It's not funny that they're in drag.
No,
I've
no,
knocked
they're
pictures
not.
where people have been in drag when they're not funny. I'm saying, obviously,
they're in drag and they're
laughing.
not funny.
You didn't get the stuff about the drug and
Oh, I
Prozac?
caught on. I caught on.
What happened,
it's
Roger?
just- we're different universes here. We can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. It's not funny. I didn't laugh
We
once.
get paid to talk about it, Roger.
Okay.
Let's talk about
Tell
it.
me one funny moment in the movie.
There are dozens of funny moments. Every
okay,
time
just
I
choose
see
one.
Every single time, I laugh throughout the picture.
Okay.
I laugh throughout the
Well,
picture.
I'm happy for you.
No. But, well, at least it's a start. It's a smile.
Have a blessed
Roger,
life.
Will you look at this picture again? Maybe.
Sure I will. I'd be happy to. Sometime maybe in the 21st century. When we come back.
Take this stick, and I want you to crack me right on the top of the head, all right?
Forget it.
Honey, you have to do it.
James Belushi and little Allison Porter are homeless in Chicago, but not for long in Curly Sue, one of the big new fall movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Our first movie is named Curly Sue, and this is a cornball exercise in sentimental
Albanian
manipulation,
hero,
but I don't care
James Belushi.
because it works.
What?
Sometimes, even when you think you know all the tricks, a movie will sneak up on you anyway. And at some point during Curly Sue, I honestly started really caring about these characters, maybe because the performances were so warm and convincing. The movie stars James Belushi as a drifter and Allison Porter as a junior league conwoman who's been traveling the highways with him. They support themselves with scams like this
better
one where
than
she
the other
gives him a bump
direction,
on the
honestly,
head,
John.
and he pretends that somebody's car ran into him. They pull their scam on a high-powered lawyer played
Speak
by
from
Kelly
experience.
Lynch, and she falls for it. After soaking her for dinner, the two vagabonds hit the road again, although Curly Sue thinks they could have taken her for even more.
We wouldn't even be talking about this if you got some money out of that lady. We'd be on the road.
This was a movie I was convinced
because she was too
didn't
pretty.
actually exist and only existed as a poster.
She was too smart.
And she was too pretty.
I feel like I saw this
She was in a
poster a
hurry.
ton.
And she was too pretty.
She was going to catch on to us.
Never heard
And
anything about
she
it.
was too pretty.
But their paths are destined to cross again. Curly Sue's big brown eyes melt the lawyer's heart, and she takes them into her home.
Libs love a Bill Maher because it feels tawdry for them. It feels scandalous for them to be. Gotta get to it.
This is very excellent. I never knew pizza was so good when it was hot.
Here's a nice quiet moment between the little orphan girl and the woman
It is
who
gross,
has started
I agree.
to care for her.
All the stuff that happens to women, I already know. The boobs, the kissing, the babies, the crabby time, the not wearing lipstick till you're 16, the
this
underwear
movie
bank
confused
robbers
with
wear on
Amelie.
their faces.
There's a little more to it than that.
Curly Sue was written and produced by John Hughes, who writes and/or produces about 4 movies a year. But this is the first film he has directed in 2 years, and I think it ranks with his best work like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yes, it's a simple and predictable story, but plot twists are not what this movie is about anyway. It's a heartwarming fantasy with a lot of warmth and a lot of humor. And to my surprise, I found myself caring about the characters and really getting involved in their story. And by the rude and annoying off-screen noises that you have been emitting, I take it that you do not agree.
I'm floored because I really have at least enough respect for you to think you would fall.
You're the guy that liked the John Hughes movie about the 2 people trapped in the grocery store that even he didn't want to have released.
Okay.
So
Career
you've got a great track record.
I'll take career opportunities over this
Love
picture
it so
anytime.
much. Makes me cry every
My problem
time.
was that I didn't like the little girl. I thought she was unctuous.
And makes me laugh every time. The bits never get old.
There was no chemistry whatsoever between Belushi and Kelly Lynch, and you could
terrific chemistry.
And you know,
during that piano solo.
No, let me tell you something. You can tell that even Director Hughes knew that there wasn't chemistry because on their concluding kiss, he shoots it from the back.
You see Director Hughes,
head.
it makes him sound like a dictator.
If you see these 2 people in profile, that
Chairman
they don't even
Hughes.
work together. I wanted to enjoy this picture, and I was surprised that John Hughes, who can do good work, and to compare this to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, ridiculous. I don't even think you really believe
I really do.
That is
believe
an
Yes,
insane
really
thing to
do.
say.
And
Again, I've never
to
seen the
give a
movie, but I
thumbs up
can't
to career
imagine.
opportunities and then make that statement.
I
Really
can't
animal
imagine
reviews
that a
are
little
really
9-year-old
cool.
girl can carry the same weight as John Candy and Steve Martin.
Is really killing me.
Sorry.
Best to go through there.
I know damn well Jim Belushi
Their
can't.
dad is a bush pilot in Alaska, and after his plane is lost in a storm and search parties can't find him, his son and daughter go on an odyssey of their own in the new movie Alaska, which is in the old tradition of
Jamathan
real-life
Belushi,
nature adventures, but which I found surprisingly entertaining. In the movie, 13-year-old Thora Birch and Vincent Kartheiser as her 15-year-old brother are up against dangerous odds as they make their way into the Alaskan wilderness. They're befriended along the way by a polar bear cub that becomes their guide and inspiration.
Whoa.
But the villains
You
in the
notice
movie,
they're all
both
family
played by
movies
Charlton
that these 2
Heston
are
and
arguing
Duncan
on.
Fraser, are also following the little bear.
I don't think you understand me. Let me be clear. I'm accustomed to getting what I want. I want that bear.
How do modern kids climb a mountain? Well, the same way they see it done on TV.
Belay me.
What?
If I slip, hold the rope.
Okay. Wait a sec.
This is that generic-ass family movie
How they do
score.
it on ESPN.
Amazingly, they do find their father, but then the dangers
There's a
only
big tit in this
multiply.
scene.
Your senders is Yellowface. Put him into your rope.
Alaska belongs to a genre.
Malcolm S., for some reason in this episode, they've been censoring out some of the scenes and not others.
To try to make friends with the bears at Yellowstone.
I don't think it's
next
intentional,
summer.
because it was
But the
doing
movie
it
is
when it was
beautifully
on Roger and
photographed
Ebert,
acted
too.
in a convincing,
Roger and
straightforward way
Ebert.
by the young stars, and on its own level, I enjoyed it. I imagine it's targeted at kids up to about
Good.
13, and I think
I'm good
a lot
that
of them are
Emerald
gonna love
tight
it.
on top of
First
it.
of all, Roger, I think
All
this
these
time you always
antiques,
say to me,
it's
you
going to go
missed the
so
boat
well.
on
I'm not
this
going to miss a
one
single
on
one of
the
them. I'm going to be
You
hitting the
missed
post all
harbor.
night.
This is, I think, one of the most laughably bad pictures I've seen in a long time.
Incredible. How can you say that?
I'll say,
I'll show you a
father
laughably
is
bad
in a
picture.
plane
You ever heard of
wreck.
Cow
He's
Tools?
far away. Now, the whole story develops with them and the bear cub and all that. You know that the word father, I clocked this, the word father, and this is the movie, not other research. The word father is never mentioned for 40 minutes in this picture. They
So
never
what?
come- They're not talking or
Yeah,
acting
Malcolm, Chad has a real Fruity
like-
Pebbles problem.
Remotely like kids who's lost their father and trying to find their
Your
mother.
criticism
Not
of
at all.
this movie is utterly irrelevant to the experience
Oh,
of the
no, no,
film
no.
on the screen
No, no.
and would be meaningless to anyone seeing the film.
What? You mean you wouldn't be? It wasn't meaningless to me.
Trailer
I saw it.
water
You're
all through the
imagining
house.
a totally different picture that should have done something else.
No. What?
I love a
remotely
Fruity
video?
Pebble.
Would you have
How
liked
about
it?
this? How about
Would you
the-
have
They
liked
should
it
make
better if
Fruity
there'd been a lot of
Pebbles
talk about the father
that are
instead of
like
the
the
stuff about the
size
bear
of
cub?
Some
a
talk should have
piece
been about
of
father. How
Frosted
about
Flake.
this? The
And then I
plane
think they'd be
is
the perfect
plainly
cereal.
visible where it's wrecked. And there are passes
It
by.
obviously isn't plainly visible to the search plane. That's why it didn't find it.
It's plainly visible to the search plane. That would be a normal search plane. Wait a minute.
You didn't give your sympathy to this movie.
Roger, when you describe, I'm not Nick Fan, I'm a major story, and the acting,
well, I'm sure
the acting by Charlton Heston.
a lot of 10-year-old kids are going to be saying, "Gee,
Right.
they didn't."
And now, Roger, you focused on my third point, and that's this: You seem to be reviewing this picture.
See, if I was Dirk, I'd be afraid there's going to be a truck around every corner, so I'd always be wearing my best.
I enjoyed it too, Gene, and
Because I don't want to get hit by another truck, but naked this
I
time.
thought that stuff was kind of funny in a satiric way. He's playing against time.
I just want you to say that you really enjoyed it yourself.
I did enjoy this movie.
I need a big cereal. The commercial was right. I forget what cereal that commercial was for. He needs a big cereal.
Giant bugs threaten Earth in Starship.
The honeycombs under the giant commercial.
Come on, you guys. It's only a little. A hungry giant.
Hungry for a big honey taste.
Big taste, honeycomb, big taste.
Honeycomb big. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not small.
No.
Honeycomb's got
Yeah.
big, big crunch for a big, big bite. Honeycomb cereal. Part of this big, complete
The
breakfast.
commercial's from the 80s, but I feel like they ran it for decades. Remember this guy?
Me want honeycomb.
Again, with passion.
Me want honeycomb.
He looks better on TV.
Cut!
What? This stinks. Where is my massage?
Okay, let's shoot the cereal.
Honeycomb!
I just gotta have that honey sweet crunch.
Me want honeycomb.
Oh.
Move it, hula boy.
They're like Langoliers. Is this still the honeycomb mascot?
Real.
These little
Honeycomb
ghoulies?
cereal is part of this good breakfast. More milk, my man.
More milk, my man. I remember that part. I remember that line. Alright. Get to this. If you don't know the rules of the antique game, please take my hand, look me in the eyes, and let me walk you through it. Our appraiser will present an antique for us, just like always on the Antique Roadshow, and when they get to the end of their spiel, they will give a value span. For example, they will say from $1,000 to $2,000. Before they give us that number, I'm going to pause, and in the chat, you're going to enter what you think is the closest to that second number, so the 2,000 in this case, without going over. Price is Right rules, and we go for the second number. It's pretty easy. If you don't get it now, just watch a few and you'll get it.
Antiques Roadshow has high expectations for Palm Springs, California.
Did he let you take the painting on deposit and then pay it later?
Yes, he knew where we lived.
Oh, this thing's cool.
Does soften the blow,
It
doesn't
does
it?
every time.
Oh yeah, CTT is doing a bit, but thank you for reminding me. If you like put your numbers in while it's still going before I pause it, there's a chance it's going to get pushed up by the chat and I'm just going to miss it. So if you put it in super early and it gets lost, that's on you. Much more technically sound on your end if you just wait for me to pause it. You can do highlights too, but there's still a chance that chat will just push it up into the ether. I'm not
Taking
doing
the
more
Palm
than 2
Springs
scrolls
aerial
up.
tramway up Mount San Jacinto, one gets a breathtaking glimpse of
Happy
the cliffs
Friday,
of Chino
Optimus.
Canyon and the desert
It's my
valley
Tuesday.
below.
What's everybody doing this weekend besides watching the stream on Saturday and Sunday?
Treasure from another California tourist attraction in high esteem. Take a look.
I moved into a house in Orange back in 1970, and the lady who sold me the house
Nobody there. What the
had
fuck?
these up in the attic. And her
Are they allowed to
husband
be in
had
there?
worked for Disneyland during the construction of Disneyland. And these were drawings that he was given to use for the actual construction. He's one of the carpenters that worked on the buildings. They were just in a box in the attic. I dug them out and I said, "Is this something you want?" She goes, No, you can have them. It's fine. And
So they came with the house?
they came with the house, yeah.
So how many do you have?
I think about 15 altogether.
Wow. So you brought 2.
We brought 2. We have different sizes, small ones, and some of them had the plastic, sheets where there were 2 layers that you put over it.
And are they all kind of building elevations?
Well,
or?
they're booths, and then the buildings, and then Mr. Toad's
Booths?
Wild Ride
Oh,
was
cool.
a little more different. They're different shapes and sizes, but same concept.
I got really excited when I saw these because they're so bright and colorful and cheery.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
they had a
going to be
really
worth whatever the value
talented
is,
staff
but
of people at
I think it's
Disney
an
who
interesting thing.
Knew how to make things look appealing. So there's a reason that they're so visually engaging. What's really interesting is these are from Fantasyland. So they're early.
Yeah.
We can date these to the early 50s because they were in construction at that time with the park opening in 1955.
Yes.
So I would guess that this being Fantasyland, it's probably 53, 54. And these are not original drawings. They're architectural elevations, so it was done in a reproductive process. However, they are painted.
Yeah.
A
And so these are
reproductive process?
obviously
Somebody fucked
showing the
these?
carpenters what colors go where to direct them in the construction, which is really fantastic. And vintage Disneyland material is extraordinarily hot right now.
Oh.
And this is even better because it's specific to the construction, and we know it was used on site because this is my favorite part. I mean, at the time, I'm sure whoever did this maybe was yelled at for sticking their paint can on it, but that's fantastic for a collector because we know that he used this on site, and there went the paint can. There's a lot of hand notations on it.
Peter
I think
Pan
they're pretty
rice.
fantastic. They're striking. Some things like this do come up, elevation drawings for different aspects of Disneyland. And for these specifically, the Peter Pan ride and the Mickey Mouse Theater, at auction, I would expect these to sell.
I couldn't find my cursor. That was close. All right, she's about to give us a number. What do we think this is worth, folks? Remember, they're going to give a span. They'll say something like 10,000 to 12,000. You want to get closest to that 12,000 number without going over. If you ever get it exactly on the dollar amount, you get that many points. Happens more than you think. We had it happen twice last week. First one says it doesn't. Yeah, that's so true, John. You can't be fucking up the first few. I think people are more forgiving when you get to like the 12th one. All right, let's find out.
Between $3,000 and $5,000 a piece.
Whoa. Wow, it surprises me. I didn't have any idea.
Being so early on Fantasyland and being so
10,000.
colorful like a carnival, they have a lot of wall power.
A lot of busts. I think that is Tinky's.
Now, the people who make Antiques Roadshow possible.
Oh, is Billy?
On an American Cruise Line's
Billy.
journey along the legendary Mississippi River, travelers explore Civil War battlefields and
Billy on the
historic
money.
riverside towns.
All right,
Aboard
Billy,
our
enjoy
fleet
your
of
10,000
American
points.
riverboats,
So everybody,
you
the
can
number to beat
experience
tonight is
the culture
10,000
and
points. The
cuisine
night is young, but you have a lot of work ahead of you. If you want to be the new diaper baby instead of Billy Mumford, you need to beat 10,000 points.
Lines, proud sponsor of Antiques Roadshow.
Honshu
Setting the
was
bar.
a friend of
You love
my
to see it.
father's,
Honshu.
and they met in Hawaii. And he studied
This is
at the
beautiful.
California School of Fine Arts. Then he went to France and studied with Leger. And then
This is
he went
making
back
me
to
wanna
Hawaii.
paint.
And I knew him as Uncle
That's
Honshu. Probably his most famous
what I look
student
for in a painting.
was Jacqueline Kennedy. He taught her watercolor in Hawaii. He came to our wedding, and we visited his studio about this time. I don't remember the date exactly because we went every summer to Hawaii with our kids. I saw this painting, and I just fell in love with it, and we bought it from him. We've hung it in our home since then.
Do you remember what you paid for the painting?
We paid $1,000.
I saw the inscription on the back of the
Yes.
stretcher bar.
Goes all the way into the green.
I saw that you made a $200 deposit.
Yes, we did.
What is this? Is this oil?
Did he let you take the painting on deposit
No,
and then
that's
pay it
definitely
later?
not.
Yes, he knew
Okay.
where we lived.
Well, I think he's a fascinating character, like a truly international person.
Yes, he was.
You know, born in Hawaii, then living in China,
Yes.
taking that sort of school of thought and training with Chinese brush painting. Then,
It's
as you
actually
say,
weird
off
at this
to San
point to hear somebody
Francisco
say China and
at
not do
14,
Trump voice.
apparently, at the San Francisco Art Institute.
That sounded weird to
And
me
I
when you
think
said it
that
normal.
That in and of itself is an interesting education, but then there's the time that he spent in New York, training there, and then also obviously in Paris.
Everybody put
and
your
as you
best
say, I
Trump
think
saying
the
China in
influence
chat.
by Leger is very apparent
Yes.
in his work. This particular painting is oil on canvas and dated
Oil,
1981.
it is oil, okay.
His market
China.
has done nothing but go up for years now.
Really?
And interestingly,
More vocal
it's a
fry than I
market that
wanted.
is localized in Hong
China.
Kong. I think someone has
Trump starring in the Martin
his sort
reboot.
of international character.
Yes.
He has an audience
Gina.
that is more of a global audience than a localized audience.
I didn't know that.
I think at auction right now,
You thought I was going to miss it. What do we got, folks? Well, it is oil on canvas. Confirmed. It is Beautiful, gorgeous. One of the best paintings I've seen on the Antiques Roadshow. But unfortunately, it's not a landscape with a couple of cows in it, so it will not sell for anything. 8,000, 20,000, 11,000, 16K. 20 from Billy. What if Billy gets it right on again? All right, restarting in 3, 2.
In Hong Kong, a very conservative auction estimate would be $40,000 to $60,000.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Uncle Hunter. That's great. Thank you very much. Oh, my goodness.
We had to bite our tongue when you pulled it out of the box.
40 to 60.
We didn't want to let the cat out of the bag.
Alchemist, yep.
That's my sister and my
Thank you for helping me keep track of these two.
Say goodbye you with this camera when you're 12 years old. It's in as great a
These fast ones we
condition
don't
as
do.
you are, so.
Let's see.
And Louis B. Mayer found her in Sweden, brought her over for the movies, but she needed an interpreter because she didn't speak a word of English.
You paid between
Is that a
$100
Garbo's
and $200
box?
for it. If you were buying this in a shop today, probably have to pay somewhere between $300 and $500 for it.
Yes,
so
for
we did
sure.
a good job.
It's no benefit for anybody to give a price before I pause it.
Absolutely.
Because if you give a price super early, you're also not like listening to the context and
used
getting
as
a clue.
Christmas ornaments, and they were my mother's. And I'm not sure
Oh, these
where
are all
she
haunted.
got them, but I've since inherited them.
Well, collectors nowadays aren't
It's
buying
chat, it's
large
chat.
things, they're buying small things. In my opinion, these were all made in Germany, probably around 1900, 1910. They're just absolutely wonderful and very difficult to find.
One in the wheel.
I would believe in a retail setting, the whole group
I
of
love
them
these guys.
would
They're very
be
upsetting.
Close to $5,000.
Wow. That's interesting.
This piece here was given to me by
Okay.
my best friend and his brother. When their
Back at it.
parents
We'll be doing this one.
passed away, they knew I always had liked it, and so they asked me if I would like it. They said it belonged in my house. I think they paid $1,500 for it, and it was on a
I stopped myself from
onyx
making that
pedestal that was beautiful. Also, I
that
just
grab from the movie
couldn't
last
carry
night
both
into an
pieces
emote.
into
I don't want to have
I
more
just love her.
clown
I love
emotes
the
than
detail
H-Dub.
on her. I think
Would
she's
feel like I'm stepping
just
on their
gorgeous.
toes.
I didn't know anything about it. They didn't know anything about it. So in my attempt to find out, I took a paper with a charcoal carving so I could make out the signature and the name at the bottom, and then found out it was done by Del Ponta
styrofoam.
in the 1800s. I just love her. The little doll dressed in the same
I don't think
outfit
so.
she
I'm
is.
just being polite.
The wrinkles in her stocking and that. It's a beautiful piece.
You got a fucking problem with me being polite,
One of the things that
pal?
really got our attention right away was
Sebastian
where
Cake.
the artist signed it. So right at the little girl's feet, it almost looks like there's a calling card that has
Exactly.
fallen to the ground. It also says Firenze, which is Florence, and it's dated. Most likely made of Carrara marble, which was sort of the finest quality marble.
Perfect.
And during this time
Those
frame,
Mexican
in
horror
Florence
movies have a
and
lot
in
of really
Rome,
good,
you had artists'
perfectly
studios
framed
who were
zooms like that that
working
make for a good
on
emote.
these wonderful marble figures. And it's interesting, some artists at the end of the 19th century considered it inferior to actually touch
Stepping
the
on
work.
toes is the risk you take with
So
clown
in some
shoes.
cases,
That's really
the
good.
artist's hands
That's
never
really
touched
good.
the sculpture. And it was a workshop of highly skilled artisans and craftsmen who are making these. She is wearing this beautiful feathered hat, and so is the
What
little
else she
baby
eating?
girl as well. The title is Colanzione, which is Italian for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
So she's here, she's having breakfast, she's got her favorite doll dressed in the
How
same
high she
outfit.
is.
It really is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
The detail of the
This is 3D
craftsmanship
printed?
is really wonderful. The hands, also the hands of the doll, moving down the feet, as well as her feet, the
Yes.
whole thing. The buttons and the ruffles in her dress, and even at the base
some
with
crazy
the scrolling and
detail.
the foliate scrolls, it's just really wonderful. One thing that I wanted to point out to you is I'm sure you can see that there's almost this sort of what we call a sugary or a crystalline surface to it. That's indicative of having it cleaned and maybe just a little bit over cleaned.
Okay. Grandpa.
You want a much smoother, warmer
Hell
surface
yes.
to it. But still,
Hell yes, that's me
a
right
minor
now.
issue. I'll give it a quick spin
Okay.
so we can just see the quality goes all the way around. Even on the back of
Oh, man, bro,
her
I'm so
dress,
glad
it's
that was a
just
joke. I would've
wonderful.
been
And the way
heartbroken.
that her hair falls.
And the lace and the petticoats. I mean, it looks like real lace.
Oh,
Man, brother,
absolutely
speed running
amazing.
sympathy from Friends.
What's interesting is the artist is sort of secondary to the quality of the piece. We know it was made in Florence in a wonderful workshop, but it's really the quality of the subject matter and the carving and the size. She's wonderful. If I were to see this come up for auction today...
Right on the money. If he were to see this come up for auction today, what would he put it at, chat? What do we got? 30K, 5K. 13,750. Rudeby's putting their whole bank account up. 100K from Nakamus. 7K. 25K. I don't know why I said that one different, like it was confusing to me. Oh, I heard that, Ruby's.
It would sell for between $12,000 and $18,000.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow, that's great.
What?
She's pretty
I guess it's pure marble.
I'm very happy, very well pleased.
Marble's going to be expensive no matter what, but goodness gracious.
Okay.
All right.
Steven, right on the money. Stripping Billy of their title by $15,000. Steven is now in the lead with 25,000 points. Let's simp on he. Let's simp on he. Simp for me and not on he. All right, congrats, Steven.
Wow.
It was a personal item.
We are getting
from,
better at this game,
Ginger
sincerely,
Rogers,
Tinky.
whom I worked
Because the first
for
few weeks,
18
nobody was
years.
getting it right on the money.
I got it from the estate after she passed away.
And you have some
Time for
documentation.
another simp on
I
he.
do. She was building a new home.
Oh,
in
speaking of
Beverly
everybody's bank accounts, let me pause this real quick to remind you that you can use that QR code in the bottom left or that link at the top of the chat to support the stream. The stream is my main job. It's my only livelihood. It buys groceries. It puts the roof over my head. And more importantly, it just supports, I guess not more importantly, it just supports any future projects with the stream. Keeps it going.
That was in 1937, and I found the invoice
I was doing so good
receipt
until I
from
said
the
more
furniture
important, and
maker
that really threw me off.
with this chair
I went off
listed
script.
on there, so that was pretty cool.
And how much was it in 1937? Do you remember?
$95.
What did you
I'm only
pay
in Improv
for it?
201. I don't know how to handle it when I go off script.
Remember, it was with a group of other pieces of furniture, but I imagine it was around $100.
How was
It's still,
it working
Cloudbot's
for
still
Miss
fucked,
Rogers?
Billy, but you
Well,
can
it
use
was
the
an
link at the
experience
top
that I'll
that's
never
pinned to the
forget.
chat.
I got to travel with
Here, I'll just
her
copy
all over
paste
the
it.
world and meet all sorts of famous and
Some people
interesting
can't see that.
people. I got to go to the White House several times, the Academy Awards. So it was quite an experience. And besides that, she was a very, very nice person.
As you know, it's a reproduction.
Yes.
It's not an antique piece. It's a reproduction of a style that was very popular in London in the early 1800s. It was first published by the firm of Morgan and Sanders in 1811. It would appear to be
Anytime
a
I've ever tried to
Regency
do that, I get a
armchair,
Charlie
but
horse.
It isn't. It's a metamorphic library chair.
I come with my
It
calves.
has a secret.
Yes,
you know?
it does.
It was
I tense my calves when I
designed
nut.
to be used in the
Like,
library of a
I'll get a
fine
Charlie horse if
home
I stand
where
up.
you could
I need to be
sit and
completely
read
prostrate.
in the chair, or if you needed to reach the books on the higher shelves,
My name's Holes.
it becomes
Charlie Holes.
A
steps.
ladder.
A ladder. How cool is that?
It's very cool.
That's very
If we
cool.
Take a quick look at it here. We can see it's got a
That's very
modern
cool.
piano hinge. It was
is
made
cool.
by Albert Wine in
What
California
about very?
in 1937.
I think we could
Yes,
settle
he
down.
made all of the furniture for her brand new house. So he made about 50 different pieces of furniture, all with
Exactly freelance.
this, I guess it's honey curly maple.
The wood is maple, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
As a reproduction chair, without
This is
the
this is like
provenance,
the
it's
Edison
not worth
chair
very
that
much.
Homer
It's very
invented.
cool as a piece of metamorphic furniture. Collectors love it, but it's maybe $400 as a reproduction.
Right.
The value here is in the story. So I would say in a retail situation, this
Retail situation. This chair that he just said is worthless. What is it going to be worth, chat? This is an interesting one. Usually they don't say if you bought this at the store, it'd be $400, and then give another value. I'm curious to see what this one's going to be. this lady an angel? Why would you wear this much white? Unless you're like a doctor or whatever. Why would you... You're just asking for like any kind of detritus from anything to be incredibly visible on you.
Chair would sell for in the $1,500 price range.
Leftovers cult, yeah.
She'd be very pleased.
Now, if you could find a photograph.
Tired clown, thank you for the raid. What's up, Raiders?
In this chair, that would boost the value even more.
We had a wonderful stream.
If you could find an old video of Miss Rogers coming down the chair backwards in high heels.
I don't think it's so tiki. I just paused it because I don't want to miss the back. I don't think it's so tiki because if you get a good look at this, it's like studded. It's like bedazzled. It's not scrubs.
That would boost the value more.
Or a buster, they're also known as. 1,500. Who do we got? Who got that one? Going good so far. Just started the antiques for the night. Haven't missed much.
Was she your doll when you were
young?
Yeah.
Cruise of Form.
Yeah, I had a bottle of vodka.
To the horse
I had a
show.
bottle of vodka. Anyway, we were drinking vodka, and I was so
Lizzie
happy
loves
that I
Satan.
found someone
Welcome to
who
the
would
horror
drink
show.
vodka with me.
I think we're gonna have a lot of shit that you two like.
Without a case. When they're in a case, they're
Just gotta
highly
feel it.
decorated with paint. They
Either
have
I had a
this
bottle
waste
of
that comes
vodka,
down like
or
this.
you had a bottle of vodka.
There was a lot going on. I'm just gonna give
Bruce. I was so happy that I found someone who would drink vodka with me.
This was in my uncle's house for many, many years.
Let me pause it here since we got new folks and explain the rules again. This is the Antiques game. We play on stream every Friday. The way it works is they will explain the antique to you, give you some history of it, and then they will say a value. They give you a span of, for example, like $500 to $1,000. I pause it before they say that number, and the chat gives me... They want to get as close to that second value as they can without going over. Price is Right rules. If that was a little confusing, just let a few go by, and it's pretty easy once you see it.
And the artist actually lived about 3 houses down from my uncle, and this is my uncle.
Really?
And
one with
he
the most
was
points at the end of the
head
night
of the humanities
becomes the diaper
department
baby.
at Oklahoma
Now, I
State.
don't need to explain to you all the powers and responsibilities of a diaper baby. If you're playing the game, I assume you're ready to take on those responsibilities.
At the same place. This hung in my uncle's home for many, many, many years, and I inherited
That guy's
it.
dick.
And then Dole was really
I like this
more
picture.
known
This is relatable.
for a printer type artist, and this is one of his aquatints. And this was a wedding present.
Okay. This is an interesting comparison for a number of reasons. Dole Reed's paintings are best known for his Taos landscapes.
Right.
It's not a typical subject for him. It's clearly not Taos.
Right.
But it's a great picture. And what makes
Divorce
it
in
interesting
3
is
months
his
was the
paintings
headline
don't
on that
come up
paper.
much.
Right.
This is an aquatint, as you rightly said. This is the work he's known for. He's known as a printmaker. Most of the awards he received over the decades were for his printmaking. Having said that, the value
I of course already knew that, Rubies, but I bet other people are
for the
appreciative for
oil
that
painting,
definition.
if you were to sell this at
I didn't
auction
need it,
today, you'd be looking about $4,000 to $6,000.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a wonderful, one-of-a-kind object.
Correct.
The print,
Okay, that was just for the one of them.
even
I
though
didn't fuck
this
it.
is the work he's known for,
But this is very close, so I am just going to stop it here. What do we think, chats? Chats, plural. If it's ever multiple items like this, you go for the total of the tableau. So what do you think these two will value at together? 10K, 5K, 11K. I'll take a hit of the pen while you guys put your numbers in. Might take a hit of the water, too.
Smoke 'em up, boys.
Treat myself. You know, there was no reason. Why did I even set up a cough button? I don't even keep my hands near the keyboard while I stream. Ruby's getting cocky with their 3 points. I say 50 because the one on the right is worth negative money. 18,000, 9K, $4, 15K, 8K. It might not be a bad strategy for Man Brother. You want to get close without going over 10K, 11K, 5K. I don't think I've ever seen anything single digits on the Antiques Roadshow. I would love it if they put like 1 in 100 is just single digit trash that somehow got past the screening. I think that would really add something to the show.
For it. It's a multiple. So many of these were done. So the value is going to be less. So if you were to sell this at auction, you'd probably be looking about $500 to $700. Okay.
I don't remember that, Rubies.
Well,
500 to 700? 7,000. What did she say? Didn't put it on the screen.
Okay. Sell this at auction, you'd probably be looking about $500 to $700. Okay.
500 to 700. Who do we got, Maj?
Well, I received this vase about 30 years ago from a real estate client in Miami Beach. It was actually a gift from the father
Rude
of
Beast
the
again?
first sale I ever made, the daughter. I sold her a condo.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. How much was the condo?
$48,000.
And this was the gift?
This was the gift.
And when you got the gift, what did they tell you they gave you?
It was art glass.
Yes.
Not 6K,
He
600.
collected art glass, and he had too many pieces, and he just wanted to give me one of them.
Well, that was very nice. And
It was a difficult sale, so...
Was it? You know, that would be great if people give you a hard
Let's
time.
do it over?
And then they
Okay,
give you a
let's
present
restart.
afterwards.
Everybody act like you don't
Does
remember the
soften
answers.
blow,
It
doesn't
does
it?
every time.
I'll rewind it.
Do you know
Everybody
where
just
this
be
was
a good
made?
sport about it.
Not really. I kind of guessed maybe Italy.
All right, well, you are right.
Okay.
It is an Italian vase.
Like a
And
vase.
it was designed
I'm learning,
by Fulvio
since we've been playing this
Bianconi,
game,
and
I
it
really
was
like a
made
vase.
by
I
a
appreciate a
master
vase.
glass worker at the Venini workshops in Murano.
Oh, wow.
Or in
and
Italy,
probably
as they
made
call
in
them,
the early
Italian bonds.
1950s. It's interesting because the shape is very
I absolutely
elegant,
couldn't
very
have vases
Italian.
with Yaga
The
around.
type of decoration is also very Italian. What's interesting about this is it's tall, it's elegant, and it's actually probably meant to mimic the female form.
Oh.
Ordinarily,
that's why it
when I
makes me
see
so horny.
a vase in this shape, I'd say, oh, it's a double gourd. But Bianconi was known for designing vases
Al
that were
Pacino
made
back
that
then?
were in the shape of the female form. What I want to show everyone, which is so lovely, is that now we're looking at it from this aspect, and then when you turn it this way,
Fanning myself like
now
crazy
it's
here.
wider
Good
and
God.
this is narrower, and it's a very clever
there a Mr.
idea.
vase?
And you get you feel it's sort of the sensuality of the female form, and looks like she has a little waistline.
Yes, it does.
And now
Yes.
the type of glass, and you mentioned that,
Relax,
the
pal.
technique that was
Make it
used to
easy.
make this was called Zanferico. And Zanferico was typified by fusing together of glass canes, and they're long glass canes, and that's why you see these long lines
Whoa, cool.
in here. This particular one is probably one of the Rette, R-E-T-T-E configurations, and it's a diagonal
me.
one. Beautifully done, beautifully rendered, and it's interesting because you see this form, and we've seen it in the marketplace, but we've never seen it paired with
How
the
did you do that, Rude Beast? Don't they have it where you
And
can...
it was very difficult
It like
to
locks up
figure
the
out
bolts,
what
doesn't
would
it?
something like this be worth, because
Where you can't
it's
take it
something
off.
we
You can't take
find
the wheel
anymore.
off, can you?
Oh, wow.
I spoke with one of my colleagues who is very well versed in this, and he concluded in the end that in a retail venue, something like this could sell for.
Oh, see, there's a lot of time left on the timeline here. I wonder if she was about to give the actual value or an anecdotal value. Let's go off this, and if she just keeps talking after the value, we'll adjust. What do you think, chat? Sorry, I keep burping. I keep taking these long pauses. $9, $12K, $1,200, $17K, $10K, $7K, $8K, $1,000. My brother really thinks $9.
$65,000.
$65,000.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Fuck off.
Well, it's
I don't like
very
anything that
special.
much.
And the reason is that this market.
I think that's Ruby.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
This market has been
Ruby's at
seeing
3 points in a
enormous
row
jumps
now.
in it, like just crazy. And we think the reason is that the people who are collecting contemporary art are now looking at the glass. The pieces have been getting these amazing pushes. Things that were selling
no,
for
freelance. Did
low
they give the real
thousands
value
are
of this
now
vase in the
bringing
article?
Tens of thousands of dollars. And there's even an instance where something has brought $250,000.
You're going to be seeing CRTs on the Antiques Roadshow, yeah.
Thank you, Arlie.
You're so welcome. It's really fun to give good news.
It's great news.
He's going crazy.
It's kind of fun that it's worth more than
Go
the
with Joker
condo
mode.
that you
Yeah.
sold.
My aunt passed away several years ago, and my cousin, who lives in Europe, has her jewelry. And one day when I was visiting, he said, "Would you be
Ooh, love a
interested in
snake
having
ring.
a couple of my mother's
Both these rings kick ass.
And I said, "Yes, I would love it." She was my
Look
favorite
like
aunt.
a fuckable
well,
Dracula.
That's a very
wearing
nice
these.
keepsake to have.
Well, I would.
And where did your aunt live?
She lived in Holland, the
She lived in
Netherlands.
Holland, the Netherlands.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe the ring must have been her husband's, but I'm not sure of that.
That's
Well,
sincerely
they're two
beautiful.
really lovely examples.
Love a ring.
And the reason we're showing both of these is because they are similarly related in terms of time period. So the first ring here is a snake ring, and this is in gold. And the snake many times was used as a betrothal ring. It's a symbol of eternity, especially when the snake is biting its tail.
Oh.
So eternal love and the cycle of life,
Yeah.
beginning and end.
Reminder
so
to
many
the
times you
patrons in
see
the
this symbol
Discord,
used. It's an ancient symbol, but you will see this.
You ever get a
even
shot of somebody
in the
looking
15th,
into the
16th,
camera,
17th,
an
18th,
extra
19th.
looking into the
love
camera.
it. Oh, how nice.
So it's a lovely example here.
It's 10
this
points.
piece dates from about
You get a lot of those on the Antiques Roadshow. That's why I always bring it up on here.
1740 to 1760. So it's quite old.
Yeah.
And they're quite
these are
rare.
great.
The next ring you brought here, this is a gentleman's ring.
That's
I'll
what I
say.
thought. I wasn't sure.
And this has a garnet in the center. It's a table cut garnet.
It's a garnet.
And this would also date
Darn
from
it.
mid-17 to late 1700s. So it's quite rare to find a ring in this good condition.
It could have been his father's,
Got the Heartless logo on it too. This thing kicks ass.
but I don't know.
And it was typically worn on the index finger.
Oh.
So you can see there's a little bit of enameling work here. It's worn off over time, but it was engraved and enameled.
It really is an
But
Adam Silver
one of the
type,
really
isn't it?
beautiful parts of this ring that I love,
Kinda like a
that got
Me
me
too, me
excited,
Sickly
was the
Bezos
background.
energy.
Yes.
So when you look behind the ring, you can see there's this engraved line that's been enameled on the
Yes,
inside.
yes.
And that's very indicative of rings of this particular period. And also it's a
I keep
technique
missing
you
the
do see
clown.
with a lot of Dutch pieces. Now there are no
Whoa.
hallmarks here, but
That's scary. I hope we
that's
see
not
that.
unusual.
Wow.
But-
I thought it was an initial, and then it's almost like a tattoo, on the ring.
It's a very delicate
Yeah, I love
design,
it.
which is quite lovely.
Exactly.
So I would say the items most likely are from Holland, they're Dutch in origin, or they could be from the
Oh, they're
continent,
Dutch, so
from
they're
Europe.
fake.
So now in terms of value,
In terms of value, what do we think it's going to be, folks? Bum, 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 bum. I could use a power that you always use the exact toothpaste. I feel like I waste a lot of toothpaste. I like to glob it up. This lady's accent, is that what you guys are talking about? That doesn't sound like New Zealand. New Zealand. Kiwi? What did I just say, Kiwi? Say to use a pea-sized amount, but my pea is liquid. 3K, 35K, 20K, 800 from our new friend Drew's a Forum, 2,500, 5K, 1 metric P.
you had to go to a dealer in antique
king's
and estate
pea.
jewelry who dealt in very fine pieces such as this. The snake ring, I would estimate somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500.
Really?
Just because of rarity.
Wow.
You know, as I say, we never see these because
These
they
are all
don't
because of
typically don't
rarity,
survive.
Five, yeah.
And this
At
ring
the end
here,
of the day,
with the garnet, the enamel, gorgeous piece, I would estimate this at auction somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000.
Wow.
They're
That's a mirror,
extremely
CTT.
fine examples.
Yeah.
8,500. Who got it? Oh, that's 800.
I knew I had a
Drew's
great
Forum.
grandmother. Her name was
35K,
Bessica Ray, but I didn't know the details behind it until probably 10 years ago when my mom brought it to my
That's Billy.
attention. She said that we had all these artifacts of hers.
Who was Bessica? What did
Really?
she do?
She was the first woman aviator.
Now sitting at
in the
2,001
United
points.
States, yes. She built, designed her own planes.
Oh yeah, I don't
and
think I
flew
said that to our Raiders. If you ever get it exactly on the money, you get that value in points. So that's why we've got Steven right now with 25,000 and Billy with 10,001.
Her and her husband did. When their
in
first
third is
plane was
Rude
built,
Beast
they
with
actually built
6.
it in their house, and then come to find out that they couldn't get it out, so they had to tear the front of the house off to get it out.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
When did she take her first flight?
1910.
That's so
In a plane
that's
that she
so bad.
built
That took that 40
and
minutes to take that
designed
picture.
Actually, her first flight, I
she
think, was
had
in
to go with that first
1908,
one,
and
where
that
she's
was
making
with,
that face.
in a biplane, and then when I think she got the flying bug, and built her own plane. Her first solo flight was in 1910.
I understand she was also a medical doctor.
Yeah, she was a doctor before she became an aviator, and then due to health reasons, she had to quit the aviation business, and she went back into her medical practice.
Until today, I'd never heard of your illustrious great-grandmother either.
And many people haven't.
How can this be that America's first female aviator is virtually unknown outside of a tiny circle of aviation aficionados?
I have no idea.
I haven't finished your post yet, BJ. I have to set it down
this early medal
my nightstand, but I hope you're joking.
designates that she is America's first woman aviator. On the back of the medal, it's dated 1910.
Correct.
Hold on, her name was
Bessica Raish. There she is in her plane.
Bessica with a B is not a
over
name.
Here in the air.
Is that what Bessie is short for?
And the most amazing thing about it is nobody knows who she is.
Bessica?
Well, I'm hoping that through our conversation, maybe we can change that just a little bit.
It would be nice.
One of the items you brought is this letter from another rather famous gentleman, Harry Houdini.
Yes, and he was also an accomplished pilot. And if you
That's
notice
short
on the
for
bottom of the letter
Beatrice.
here, it says the first successful
I only learned
aviator
this
in
week that
Australia.
Skip is a nickname for
I had
you're
no
a
idea
junior that
Harry
skipped a
Houdini was a
generation.
pilot.
Like you're a
He's
junior
better known for other
that has your
things.
grandfather's name.
But you have a treasure trove of all kinds of artifacts and
It was real high when I read that,
images
so it really
and
fucked me up for
other
10 minutes or so.
related material to her
Fun fact,
early
Snapple shit.
aviation pioneer career.
Yes, we do. We have quite a bit of it. Unfortunately, her husband, when they divorced, he ended up burning a lot of the stuff. Plane drawings, the designs. He sat in front of the fireplace and said that we don't need this anymore, and threw him in the fire and burned him.
Oh my goodness, that's maybe that helps explain.
And you know the phrase
why
lighten the
she's not
loafers.
as
This is another
famous as she
interesting fact.
deserves
The
to
phrase
be.
lighten the loafers comes from back in the day when they thought homosexuals could levitate and had laser eyes.
The value of a Harry Houdini letter is in the 2 to 3.
All right, pictures of his grandma, the first female aviator, a medal, and a letter from Harry Houdini. How much for the table, chat? I'm not answering that, Grandpa. I really need more people to believe that. It only benefits me. 100,000, 8K, 180. I hate these ones that are just fucking pieces of paper. I mean, they're interesting, but they're not interesting to look at on Antiques Roadshow. I want big, stupid shit. 2,500, 250 from Fidel. Let's find out.
$3,000 range at retail for the collection we have before us. I think a valuation at retail would be $5,000.
Okay.
Bessica Bimson.
Very good.
5,000.
You think of Winchester, you think of arms and military, you think of guns and swords and all that stuff. You don't
Gonna
necessarily
go
think
to
of carving sets. One sold at auction in 2013 for $10. It was 2 of the 3 pieces.
My grandparent, my grandmother got
I got a
this from
fucking
my
laptop that's
great-grandmother, I believe. That's a wedding gift.
Okay.
And that's the little note that I found in the bottom of it.
Very important to keep little notes in there.
Yeah.
This is my dad got in the Navy back in the 40s when he was in World War II, and that's about all I know about it. It's a telescope from a ship.
Okay.
My wife
Buddy,
and I
relax.
bought it at an auction probably a couple of years ago. We got a pair of them, and we think they might be possibly Herder.
I'm happy to report to you that your assumption of them being Herder Brothers is absolutely correct. So Herder Brothers was the preeminent cabinet makers, decorators of the
That's
19th
good.
century, and they furnished the wealthiest Americans of the Gilded Age with a painted plaque.
Oh, this would be a great
canthus
streaming
sleeve that
show.
comes down off the crest, this arch back here. And then one thing that's very typical of Herder Brothers, the way these arms pop out. Very typical, you don't see that. It's complicated. We come down, you see this almost explosion. It's almost a cornucopia with this face looking up into the sky.
Guy just came from Disney's Animal
Fabulous
Kingdom where he was
condition.
last seen sipping.
But there's even one thing
Still,
that's even better. And if we turn it upside down, you can see a number stamped right here.
Right.
So there is a new body of work that's being developed by a collector of 19th century furniture. He is funding this project on his own, documenting these numbers because they tell a story about what time frame furniture was made, but also who it was made for.
I guess it is. I was going to say I don't think it's particularly leftist.
Today after we met.
Fake, but I guess it is.
The number 1206 is 4 digits off of the bedroom set made for the Darius Ogden Mills house in San Mateo, California. And it's interesting, at Palm Springs, the last time we were here,
it's pretty upholstery.
there was a table by Herder Brothers that came out of the Mills house that surfaced here. So that's just a mystery to me.
I don't know, Clay. Can we keep this one? I'd like to sit in it.
But the condition,
It looks fun to sit in.
the fact that it's here in California, and the fact that we can connect that to the Darius Ogden Mills house makes it a very important chair.
Wow.
Very important chair. But chat, I ask you this. How much is it worth? What do we think? Holy shit, CCT. Is that like a chain place or is that like a little, like, small business? 40K, 10K. Remember this thing, 6%. I'm not doing the conversion even if it's right. 15K, 15K. $1, 25K, 8K, 2,500. 15K, I'll give you both the points.
That's
What
incredible.
did you pay for them?
I believe we paid about $1,200 for the pair at the
But
auction.
yeah, that's who buys that stuff.
Well, I'm happy to report to you that I
Yeah, they do
believe they
great.
would sell relatively easily at auction for $8,000 to $12,000.
That's incredible.
$8,000 to
Acquired
$12,000.
this from a client of mine. I'm a hairdresser, and I was working with Brooke Shields.
Billy, you've
in
done
New
it
York
again.
On the Broadway production of Grease. At the end of her run of that show, she surprised me
It's
by
Billy
coming in the
from
dressing room
10,002
and she
to
pulled this gown out
10,003.
and told me that if I could fit into it and wear it before she left the show, I could have it. So she knew that I did a lot of benefits for Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, and that I could use it.
Every
to
lesbian looks like one of these
encourage
two
more
guys.
donations for the fund. Her last night of the show at Curtain Call, I got dressed up and, much to her surprise, gave her a beautiful bouquet of white flowers, all dressed up in her dress. And she was kind enough to autograph it for me. And a few weeks later, I met Bob Mackey at another benefit, and he autographed the dress for me as well. After
That's a
noticing
great
that I had
shirt.
altered the belt
That's a real Nakama
that he
shirt.
had with it and turned it into evening gloves for the gown. Which he kind of liked, I think, at the moment. So, and he also offered to send me a copy of the sketch that he had done for the gown originally. This is a picture of myself and
Well,
Brooke the night that I gave
When
her
you get the shirt,
flowers.
show us, and then I'll compliment
Said
you.
goodbye to her on Broadway.
It's amazing.
Come on now.
What was it like working with Brooke Shields?
She is absolutely one of the most charming, professional, giving
Sharding?
people I've ever worked with. She's very
Does
down
look
to
expensive,
earth,
doesn't
but
it? It looks-
also,
it doesn't
at
look
the same
expensive,
time,
it
every
looks
day was
overpriced.
Trying to make one bit of phrasing on her music better,
Important
making
distinction.
a line reading better. She was always working to improve it and make herself better in the
Razor
world.
Plain
we all
is
know
very
who Bob
good. That's a
Mackie
very
is.
good
He's
roast.
kind of a legend in the business, isn't he? He did the Carol Burnett show.
For years.
Cher was one of his biggest customers. All of the amazing, sexy dresses that he created for Cher.
And Mitzi Gaynor.
Mitzi
and
Gaynor,
more
yes.
recently, RuPaul.
Yes, and Dolly Parton said Bob Mackie made her look beautiful and feel like a lady because he was so incredible. What was it that they called him? The glitter?
Sultan of Sequins.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I like
the
this
Sultan
too a
of
lot.
Sequins. When you see the beadwork up close, you notice
They're instantly
that
on each
he has
other's
used the
wavelengths. You
bugle
love to see
beads
it.
in many different ways. They're actually in almost like a diamond shape, and they're also done right across the body. So you get many different qualities to the depth of the gown because of the way he fashioned the beadwork.
Which is interesting in the sketch too, just by the way the lines are drawn in the sketch. You can see the play in the the way the beads are sewn.
I love the sketch and the long, look how long he makes Brooke Shields. Look, and of course Brooke Shields
how long
is
she
tall
is.
in herself.
And she was only, I think, 16 or 17 when this gown was made for her. She was very young.
This dress actually was made for Brooke Shields in the 1980s. You have this amazing dress that has not only
Truman
Bob
Capote
Mackey's
interviews
label
Bruce
in it,
Willis
but
as the
also
Jackal.
his signature. Also got Brooke's signature.
Bob Mackie.
And it's in a more daring place. It's
Well,
actually...
She did it right after this picture was taken, and with an ink pen that she had, and it's right in the bosom.
Here, right in the bosom, that's right. Brooke Shields. It's a little faded.
The ink pen, unfortunately, hasn't held up as good as the Sharpie did.
Well, just being a Bob Mackie gown, a gown like this sells on the secondary market for a...
Or what? A real Bob Mackie. What does it sell for, chat? Comes with a sketch of Brooke Shields by the designer. A photo? I missed what the photo was. 30K, 60K. That's the only thing I know about Bob Mackie, Rude Beast. But I imagine if there's a Simpsons bit about the guy, the dress is pretty expensive, right? What was the bit? It was a Milhouse's jacket was a Bob Mackie when he was Fallout Boy? Or was it when Bart was Mr. Burns' son? 60K, 5K, 75K, 7,500, 50,000, 15K, 7K, 32K, 5K. That looks like enough for me. Let's find out.
$1,000 to $1,500. But there's a big difference in this because you have a signature from Brooke, you have the signature of Bob Mackie, and you have this wonderful illustration all put together that creates a wonderful part of fashion history.
No points.
And so at auction,
that's a poor showing. I'm disappointed in all of you. I'm going to take 1,000 points from Steven just to punish you all.
That's
Even now at 24,000, Billy at 10,003, Rude Beast at 6, and Nakamas at 1. Oh, we changed it. It's for the whole table. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Fidel Klenko right on the money. I'm just going to keep those points from Steven, though. Don't tell Steven, but I'm not going to. I'll put them back, Steven. I'm not. But Fidel, 7,500 right on, putting you at 75,000 points. All right, 7,500 points. You, Fidel.
It came from a family Bible. I think it was my great aunt.
About to bust.
Before my mom died,
I typed in GG Fidel
told my
instead of the
husband,
number.
go through my things very carefully. He pulled out an old Bible, and he found this. It was folded up, very small. It was like an onion skin type paper. We thought it was pretty, so we
Whoa.
had it framed. And my husband really likes
Neat.
old maps anyway, so.
Well, I have to tell you that beginning of the
You
season.
don't need to see the points. You don't need to see the points.
What would I like to walk in this year? And this is actually
pal.
one of the things I hoped would walk in. It
Hey,
is
buddy.
the United States in 1833. You can see down here is the date.
Yeah.
But with the image of an eagle put over it. And it's by a man who was named Joseph Churchman. And he did a book for students, basically. And it says down here that
This
it
is
was
sick.
for
I love
the
an old map.
rudiments of national knowledge. And the title went on to say, presented to the youth of the United States and inquiring foreigners. And so it was a book basically to present geographic and political information about the United States. What's interesting is he said that he was looking at a map of the United States, and because of the shadows and things, he thought he saw a bird. And he thought, oh, that's silly to put in, but he thought, you know what? It actually might help people learn about the United States shape if they have an interesting image on it. And so he drew this
That's
image
right,
of
Rubies, and
a
that's how
bird
old sailors
over
used
the
to
United
find their
States.
way.
And the geographic information is in there, and you can see each state is outlined. But over this, he put the wings, and you can
This
see
is how
the
Lois
feathers
and Clark
down here.
did it.
Down for Florida, he has the claw. One thing he did say is, so you notice, he couldn't fit in Maine. And in the book, he said he hoped that the citizens of Maine wouldn't be offended, but they could maybe think of themselves as a liberty cap on top of the head of the eagle. Now, It's
A little
unique
party hat or
partly
something on it.
because, well, he's the one who came up with the idea, but also very soon after, the shape of the United States changed.
That's an
One of
eagle?
the prominent things
I
is
thought it was a
in
pigeon.
1845, this whole area, Texas, was a sword of the United States. And you didn't have the same shape anymore. It is rare, it is spectacular and meaningful in its appearance, which makes it very desirable. And there's nothing else quite like it. So now you had some sense of what you thought it might be worth. And what do you think? I mean,
We looked a little bit online and we thought maybe around 1,500. I don't know.
it's actually worth quite a bit more than that. It
Ooh.
just doesn't come up.
Quite a bit more than that. What do we think it is, chat? Let's see. Let's find out.
When it comes on the market, everybody wants it. They look at it and say, I got to have that. So a retail value now, fairly aggressive but fair, would be about $25,000.
Wow.
Buddy, what?
That's surprising for sure. I had no idea, really.
If there was one map of the United States I'd like to own, this would be it. It's just such a cool image.
Cool, I
grew up
like
in
it because it looks
Switzerland,
stupid.
and my parents started collecting Chinese art in the
Ruby's
1950s.
congrats.
My father went to China in 1964, and I don't know
My grandfather
if he
went to
purchased this in
China.
China or if he purchased it through a dealer in London that my parents bought a lot of items from.
I can only
This
do a
is a
Trump that
jade
kind of sounds like
point
he's been running for a long time.
set into a bronze shaft. And it's hard to imagine now, but this was a richly embellished object.
DTT.
And
Come on.
underneath the incrustation, there very likely are inlays of gold and
Really?
silver, certainly turquoise, in a very complex interwoven pattern, likely incorporating dragons, fantastic animals, weaving in and out in this kind of lacy design. Now, this was not meant to be actually used as a spear point because it would have been attached to a wooden shaft, but this was
That's
meant...
why the hole.
That's why the hole's there,
I
exactly.
see.
This was meant for ritual purposes, and it was actually included in a tomb. So the two great periods for the creation of ancient bronzes in China for ritual purposes were the Shang Dynasty, followed by the Zhou Dynasty, spelled Z-H-O-U. Now the Zhou Dynasty begins in 1046
Zhou Mama
and goes
Dynasty.
to 770 BC.
Oh my goodness.
We're talking about a very ancient
Yes.
object here, so it's no surprise that we have this kind of reaction to the surface. For years and years and years, these tombs lay undisturbed throughout the Chinese countryside, but in the late 19th century, they started to build a railway system and a road system through the countryside, and in the process, they were unearthing early works of art that were in tombs that were in the way of the construction. Many of those objects form the core
Ah, damn, better
of
throw 'em
what
away.
we see in the great Western museums
Better sell 'em for
throughout
millions.
the world. Almost none of these retain that jade spear point. You find them not only in spears, but knives. Most often this part doesn't survive. The fact that these two have survived intact is pretty unusual.
That's great.
What do you think this is worth?
$20,000.
You are great.
This thing's from fucking. Is this 700 AD? What do we think, chat? He seemed happy with her appraisal of 20K. He seemed impressed by it. I don't know if that's a clue or not. 75, 50K, 20K, 20,001, 120K. It's at least 5 figures. It's got to be at least 5 figures.
It's worth about $20,000 to $30,000
Wow.
at auction.
That's wonderful.
Steven, are you kidding me?
They picked them up back in
All right, that puts
about
Steven at
1970.
54,000 points, which I believe is a record.
I paid probably about
Almost
$15 for them.
I would think in a shop, $150, $200 for the pair.
Good deal then.
Well, I would say it's English.
I've only angered Steven and made them more powerful by taking away 4,000 points.
And I would
Or
say
400 or
it's
whatever it is.
probably about 1880, something like that. Hold your wine.
I hold the wine.
So you just have one.
I got it at an estate sale in the 80s. We don't really know exactly how much we paid for it.
Is this ring holder flicking me off?
$800 and $1,200, but we got a lot of other stuff as well. I was actually there for the teacups.
The teacup.
Oh, my boy.
I still have the teacups.
Oh gosh, oh gosh. So, do you know anything about the ring?
I know nothing about the ring. I thought it was a fake.
Right.
So
Let's break the ice right off the bat.
It's funny.
It's
I've
not
never
fake.
I've never thought of a ring holder or ring display like that, but they
nice.
framed
Got
it
this
perfectly to where it looked like it was giving me the
What we call
finger.
even
Look at that.
distribution, this nice saturation. Now, if you notice,
It's
the stone
pissing
is
me
scooped on
off.
top. That's what we call
I'm about to go
cabochon.
punch this guy.
The reason a lot of these stones are cut cabochon is because emeralds can have a lot of inclusions in them. And what we do is we backlight it
Whoa.
like that. And you can see it's what we call a garden. There's a lot of things going on inside. But that type of material lends itself better to being cut as a cabochon than if it was faceted. But in this case, it works
Beautiful.
wonderfully. Now, you have a platinum ring around it, not white gold. But what drew me to the ring design-wise, with strong deco influences, if you notice the two rows coming off of the center, they're square diamonds. But they're square from a very certain period. They're called modified French cuts. You only see them in really period jewelry. They're hard to find today. They don't cut them anymore. It's not marked, so you wonder, hey, where was this ring made? Usually, the
That
European
modified
stuff
French cut was a
hallmarked in
foreskin
quite heavily.
style.
So I would say this ring was probably made in the United
Foreskin
States.
style.
Any thoughts on what your $800 fake ring is worth today?
What do you think, chat? What do you think it's worth today? And by today, last week when this was filmed. Ooh, close, John. Gotta be confident that I'm gonna get there. I'm the professional here. If you thought of it first and didn't type it, you still get to think, damn, I thought of that too. I guess I'm also a comedic genius. Like Ash. You don't even have to type it for that little charge.
Watch my channel. If
Well, that really scared me. That really scared me, Knockmas. It sounded like it was coming from my closet.
Just back out of this channel and go somewhere else.
From behind my flannels. If ye...
no thoughts at all.
Right. So I think today, if you put it into an auction, it would be worth $4,000 to $6,000.
10 points if you got a picture of it, Grandpa.
Wow.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Well, I brought in my...
To an auction, it would be worth $4,000 to $6,000.
4,000 to 6,000. Everybody busted, it looks like. Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Not bad.
Not
I would have busted on that one too, I think.
Well, I brought in my
About to bust.
four-time great-grandmother's christening certificate. That's pretty much all I know about it, other than they lived in
About to
Pennsylvania,
bust.
so I'm assuming it's a Pennsylvania Dutch piece.
Well, we see the writing to begin with, and it's clearly all in
I used to
German.
call the front office
And
in
if you
high
were
school
living
with a
in
Hank Hill
Bergen
voice
County,
and say I was my
Pennsylvania,
dad.
In the late 18th
to skip
century,
school.
you were speaking and writing German.
Right.
So when did they come to America?
I believe it was mid-1700s.
Ash has a dentist appointment.
Okay, well, we actually can identify an artist here.
Oh, my goodness.
He's called the CM artist, and it refers to his initials. His name was Christian Mertel, and he was born in Germany in the 1730s, came to America in 1773.
Wow.
So we know quite a lot about him. After he came to America, he became a teacher.
I don't
and a
remember that at
maker
all,
of frock. And that's what this is. And it was very, very popular in the German communities in Pennsylvania in the late 17th, early 18th century.
Oh, my goodness.
The first thing we see is the unicorn.
Right.
And the unicorn was a symbol of good luck.
Okay.
We also see a lion wearing a crown. So that's a reference
Remember Tinky
to
dying on
Old
my
World
balcony.
and his German roots.
Okay.
Up here, beautiful birds. So this
Everybody
is a
tag
joyful
yourself
event.
in this one.
And you see that it's very early. She was born when?
1784.
1784. Date is right here. And I
Hey,
find
MILF.
it very interesting that they note in here her exact
I've got
hour
4 walls. You
of
guys
her
can
birth.
split it up.
I know.
2
I
each.
noticed that.
We see that she was finally baptized in 1793.
Right.
So she was 9 years old. She had her religious training, and she's now being baptized.
So she had to make a profession of faith in order to have the christening or being baptized.
Yes, it's a good way of saying it. And Mertel has a large body of work, and he has price points. With Fractor,
Yaga's by the mic,
it's
everybody.
about
Let's get some
condition,
kisses going.
Condition.
You here
This is
for
not
her
good condition.
nightly
This is
kisses from the
not
stream.
good condition. It's in a poor state of preservation. We see there's a tear going down the middle where it was folded, and we see that there's a lot of staining, and that staining is coming from the back, not the front. It was
Okay.
probably on a piece of wood or cardboard that leached into the paper.
Okay.
I would highly recommend that you have this piece conserved.
All right, what do we think, chat? Yaga's been so lovey today. Very cuddly, which is weird for her. Yaga loves to be near me, but not touching and like elevated. She likes to be like on the counter or coffee table or whatever, close to me. 12K, 3,500, 10K, $1. Argyle loves busting. Hell. Who amongst us? Steven with 20,000. Steven, if you get this one right.
And I think for
I don't know what I'll do.
purposes of
I'd like to go
longevity
crazy.
and passing along in your family, I think you would want to do that.
I agree.
So we're
Even
going to
as
put
the
an
Jordan
insurance
of this
value
game.
on it today of $4,000 to $6,000.
You've got to be kidding me. Oh, my word.
And pieces of his work have sold as high as $20,000
Oh, my gosh.
in a much better state of preservation.
Right. Oh, my goodness. I just.
Oh, my
amazed.
goodness.
I never had that thought. Wow.
4 to 6. I believe that's CTT.
I got it from my father's estate.
Okay.
And my
Congrats,
father
CTT.
had inherited it from his father. And the family story is that
You could
this
still win it,
was
CTT.
purchased by my grandfather in about 1930
Look at a whole
from
other
the
episode
antiques
after this.
department at Marshall Fields in Chicago. My grandmother was born and raised in Prince Edward Island, and she and my father would go and have summers back there. And my grandfather, being the good husband that he was, cleaned out the entire apartment, got rid of all the furniture, all the rugs, everything else, and loaded up on the antiques and brought them into the apartment so that when my grandmother came back, there wasn't one thing that she had recognized at all. It was all the new.
Great story,
And
huh?
the punchline, of course, is that she was
Great
not at
story,
all happy
pal.
with my grandfather. And
Yeah,
this
great
lamp
story.
was one of the pieces that he had purchased.
Actually, we're already
now,
almost
do you know
at
anything
2
about it?
hours.
Have you ever
Jesus
had
Christ.
it appraised
No.
or anything like that?
We bought it from
We might
the
skip the
estate
second episode,
about
go straight into the
15
movie
years
here.
ago.
Otherwise,
This
we won't finish
lamp
it.
And another one, and 2 rugs, and a,
So a whole
and a
household.
table. So we paid $350.
I think that's a good
for
strat,
all
sad
of
tire
everything,
clown.
for everything.
Basically, it's a
Absolutely,
very
Grandpa.
attractive lamp, and it's made by Duffner and Kimberly. This lamp is made by 2 people that saw Tiffany as their competitors. Duffner and Kimberly was in New York in the very early years of the 20th century. This was probably made 1905, 1906, right around there. And they were only in business really because of sort of financial considerations for a short period of time, but they always made great, very high quality lamps like this. It's unusual. I don't think we've ever done a D&K or Duffner and Kimberly
Every time they bring on a
floor
Tiffany
lamp,
lamp
and this is a
on
beautiful
Antiques
example.
Roadshow,
It's a telescoping, which
it should
is sort
just
of like I've
they
telescoped
should
it
cut
up a
out
little
the
bit
whole
here.
spiel
You had it
and
down
have a little
below.
card that says,
And it's sort of
"Hi,
a
this is
little-
the
it
9
looks like it
millionth
hasn't telescoped in a
Tiffany
long
lamp
time.
that we've shown on this
That's right.
program in the 70 years it's been on.
Scalloped or fish
We will not be
scale
giving you
design.
the
I
info
think
about
these are
it. You
sort
should
of
already have
simulated
it. It is a
bellflowers.
Tiffany lamp.
Overall, nice big
Enough
shade.
said.
You have a few little condition areas where some of the panels are cracked, and there's a few little pieces of glass
Cracked
missing.
panels.
The base is patinated bronze.
Okay.
Some classic
Overall,
edge beams
it's-
on it.
Looks to me like $1 million, but realistically, this
God, I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. Realistically, what is it worth, chat? $1 million. Trying a new strat from Sad Tyrant Clown. 15K, 12K. Alright. Yaga's going nuts on my lap because there's somebody in the hallway. Yaga, move. 7,500, 5K, 9K. The Argyle, what's so funny? Argyle, don't breathe in that gas that's coming through the vents. That green gas. 9K. I knew this was going to happen as soon as Argyle moved to Gotham.
This is something that you could get fixed up and it would be a better lamp in the future.
Okay.
I think even now, in a sort of somewhat compromised position with a couple of pieces of glass missing, you're looking at $15,000.
Oh.
$15,000 for a retail.
Oh, very good.
And if it were
This is Billy and
made
Steven's
whole
game,
again,
honestly.
you'd be up from there.
Oh, great. Well, thank you very much. I
thanks for
really
coming in.
appreciate it.
That puts Billy at 25,000. The
This has
right on
been
the
in
money
my
rule is so
husband's
funny to
family
me.
For many years.
I love that it just
It was in the
everything
possession
else
of my
pointless.
mother-in-law. It was hanging in the house where my husband grew
Okay,
up.
so
How
Steven's
happy.
at 54,000.
I don't know when she acquired
Billy's
it,
at 25,000.
but the
Fidel is
linkage
7,500.
is
Nakamis
that her
1. Ruby
grandmother
7.
was
I
the
will say it seems like you're getting better at it,
relationship
and
to
getting
the
right on the
wife
money is way
of
more
Shrey
common.
Vogel. Oh, I see.
So it might not
Because
really
it's a
undermine the
horse.
game that much
My
within the next few weeks.
mother-in-law
Here.
would refer to it as the workhorse.
Well, of course, Charles Schreivogel was a very important
Actually, Billy, you're at
Western
25,003.
artist. He was known for painting the frontier and particularly the cavalry. He was born
You
in
wanna
New
give
York.
two of those
of
to
German, immigrant
CTT, Billy, and I'll
parents,
make it
in
25,000 and one.
1861. And he was very artistic from an early age.
I read that
And
as
in his
Deborah
youth,
Air Force
he
One.
actually was a pipe carver, a goldsmith, and a lithographer. And at
Okay.
some point, a group of patrons saw his
Putting
talent
Billy at
and decided to
25,001 and
pay
putting
for his way to go
CTT
to
at
Munich to study
2
in art
points.
school. And so he did that
CTT,
for about
what do you say?
3 years. And when he came back to the United
Oh,
States,
you were ahead of it. My
he
bad.
was very infatuated with the West. And he couldn't afford to go out west at that time. So he would go to Buffalo Bill's Wild West shows, and he would model his works on those. But finally, in the 1890s, he raised enough money to be able to go out west, and he went to Colorado and Arizona primarily. And that was around the time I think he married his wife. He was not able to sell many of
wife.
the paintings that he did out west initially, and so he did portrait miniatures to make money in order to support himself and his family.
Hell.
It wasn't until about 1901.
It's tough being a
when
working
he
creative,
won,
folks. Reminder, you can use
acclaim
that
with
QR
one of
code in
his
the corner and
sculptures
that
at the
link up
National
top
Academy
to
of
support my
Design
livelihood, which
in
is
New
this
York.
stream.
And it was at that point
And any other
his
future
work
content I
was
bring you.
recognized, which was really quite a coup for him. Now, he was both a painter and a sculptor. He really painted very few oils. He painted actually, I think,
How
under
insidious,
100
making it all about
in
me.
number. He was Remington's
How insidious.
chief rival. He had quite a renown from that. And after Remington died in 1909, Schreivogel became the premier Western painter until he died in 1912. It's difficult to say exactly what year this was
Charizard did this one.
painted, but I would say probably right around the turn of the century.
Oh, okay.
Now, in terms of the
I got to answer because you
appraisal
said
that
right
you
around. I thought we were
mentioned,
going to get the
how
value.
long ago was it?
That was done sometime between 2010 and 2016.
Okay. How was it valued?
They told me, I wasn't with them, that it was 20,000.
Well, I think they were a bit low in their assessment. The artist is very rare in terms of the amount of work that he did, particularly in painting. His work is
Oh, she's
highly
so nervous.
desirable among
This lady's
Western collectors.
sweating.
And a painting like this, if it were in a gallery, would most likely sell in the range.
In the range of what, chat? I've only missed one tonight. I'm doing pretty good. 1 million from Sad Tired Clown. 50K from Billy. 28K CTT. 4K. This is the last antique of the night, folks. And then we're going on to the movie. Got a little carried away watching the Ebert and Roper feuds. 69K, 35K. Great stream. Great stream tonight. One of my best? I won't say that, but you're allowed to.
Of 75,000.
Wow. No, really?
Well, his work is just so special, and this is so beautiful. Plus, you have the wonderful provenance. I mean, it's been in the same family ever since it was painted, and that makes it very enticing for collectors.
This is wonderful. I can't tell you how overwhelmed I am with this. It's really wonderful.
75,000. Is that Fidel? So
now
Fidel,
it's time for the
you won the
Roadshow
last antique,
feedback.
putting you at
I bought
75,000
in a
at 1 point.
lithograph, and it is by Pollock. Unfortunately, it's not Jackson Pollock, it's Jim Pollock. But I found out it's worth $100, and it was just awesome being here at the Antiques Roadshow.
So did she
Thank
think
you.
it was? How long did she think it was a
Should've said
Pollock?
Thank you.
The good news is
She definitely
my
went
6
into that
purses are all
showroom
worth
today
about
thinking it was a
$75
Jackson
each,
Pollock.
and they date from the 30s to the 60s. The bad news is that none of my stuff that I carry now would fit in any of these purses.
And I found this painting amongst a pile of junk on the street, and it turned out to be a painting by a Guatemalan artist, and it's worth $1,000 to $1,500.
Found out that my beautiful black vase is worthless.
Look at this
but
couple.
My antique Revolutionary War wallet is worth about $2,000.
And I brought my family.
I love how
heirloom
old gay
Chinese
partners will start to
vase,
look like each
which
other.
is only worth about $50, and my Bob Hope cufflinks, which are worth more like
Very
$200 to
sweet.
$300. I had a great time at Antiques Roadshow.
And we brought our swords
Best viewers,
from the Central
Watto, they're
Coast
already
of
in here.
California, and we're ready to do battle. But we love the Antiques Roadshow in Palm Springs, California.
Hell yeah, John.
Appraisers were
Fucking
great.
back-to-back
We loved it
Army of
here.
Two
We loved
style.
it all. Great time. And my grandmother's jewelry too. Yes. So we're good. Thank you.
I'm Mark Wahlberg.
You
Thanks for
sword
watching.
lady.
See you next time on Antiques Roadshow.
All right. We're not doing points on the movie this week. I'm retooling how those rules work. We'll get back to it next week after I change it up a little bit. But let's start with the trailer. I had it ready to watch the trailer before we took the bets for the movie and all that, but we're skipping that part, but I still want to see the trailer. Screen small. Drop this.
Are you crazy? The fish is on
Whoa,
fire
cartoon
back
fire. Okay. I'm liking what I see. This is the trailer? Oh goodness. Flying fish.
Plankton? What's that?
Plankton is the major source of nutrient for fish. It was contaminated by radioactive waste dumped by a ship in this area. It contaminated the bottom of this
Just
part
slamming the brakes on this trailer.
Contaminated plankton?
There we go. Plankton is an alternate title for this. I don't know what markets would have called it Plankton, but... Whoa. So, this isn't for points, but just out of curiosity. Holy shit. Just out of curiosity, who thinks this is going to be a recurring nightmare? If you're new around here, when we particularly like the vibe of a movie, we'll take a poll on it to become a recurring nightmare, which means it'll show up on stream again eventually at some point. Do we think that's going to be one? I think it could be a lock, but also it's really easy to front load a trailer. We might have just seen everything cool in the movie. You know what I mean? So it's hard to say, but let's find out. I think if I had to guess right now, I'm going to be confident and say that would be one. Be positive.
Hey, come on, guys. I want to watch the sunset. Whoa. Since when are you so romantic? Hey, out to sea we go.
Remember to keep an eye out on the credits for a funny name that'll go in our funny name tournament at the end of the year.
Come over here. I'm going to come over here. You're right where the sun don't
That's what the list on the top right is. So many mini games going. Oh, Locker Croc. That's good. Now I have to make it an official game for Fridays. Now that I have a good title for it, Nakama. The fish gonna be a carry? It's fucked up. I don't know if this is Italian. I don't think so. God. It's okay that every movie we watch reminds Man Brother of Devilfish. Oh, I love film production and production films. Baron Toomey in this economy. Oh, I love a De Palma. That's how McGruff the crime dog says it. Rumble Rush. Why am I getting so many of those tonight? I had like 3 of those bots as soon as I went live. I feel like that's a good sign, and it means there's probably more traffic to the stream, right? That's what's catching the bot's attention.
What do you mean you don't remember what you did with the can of gas? How do we get back to the shore? We spin the tank?
Fuck you! It wasn't my fault you left me on the beach.
God damn it, Spooky. Bobby, you're such a dork. Every time we're out with you guys, it finishes in a bad way. Crank the sucker.
Yeah, but nobody complained until the motor went dead.
We're all alone out here, and we're lost.
Hey, this is no time to panic. Here, honey, hold this. Well, the shore's that way.
Thank you so much to everybody that's donated tonight. I just got all the email alerts. Thank you, everybody.
Hey guys, we're tired. Beat.
Hey, speak for yourself. I can keep it up all night.
This is called Creatures from the Abyss.
What? You haven't even seen it yet.
You're attacked by a shark. That only
Don't sit
happens
right on the
in movies.
keyboard.
What if there's a storm, Dorothy? Storms don't happen during the summer.
Great.
The guy in this looks cool. The monster looks cool. Can't wait to see that stop motion guy. Also called
Hey guys,
Plankton, that's right.
I'm worn out. I got an idea. I'll lighten the load.
Why don't you toss Margaret?
What a crazy lab. Comes with its own fog machine.
Sweet Jesus, I hope the waves don't get any higher. Oh.
It's only a summer storm. It should end soon.
Right, now you're a goddamn weatherman.
What are you complaining about? At least you'll have stories to tell your children.
If I live through this shit. I hit something! I can't free the paddle!
Yank the damn thing. Believe this.
The Tim Curry mask.
Get it, Mike.
I don't know. I could see this being 94. Impeccable editing. I have no sense of where we are, what time it is.
Hey! Look!
I guess it's night. That's all I can tell you that's happening right now is it's night. The lab where people are dying might be on a separate boat. I can't tell.
Where? There! There it is! Oh!
Yeah, I think it's in there. Okay.
I see it! Hey! We're saved!
Now it's coming together.
I'm saved!
Now I've got something to hang on to.
Let's use our hands as paddles. I'm gonna board her.
Definitely an American raft.
I'll go.
Most American raft I've ever seen.
Be careful. Yeah. I will.
Be careful.
Mommy, are you alright?
There's a matte painting of a poop deck up here.
On aboard. Hello? Hello? Anybody here?
What do we do?
Since we got this far, let's go in.
This is definitely 94. I looked exactly like these babes in 94.
Hey, anybody around?
God, if I had that many microwaves.
Thank God we made it. I'm sorry I slapped you before.
Imagine the popcorn I could make.
Don't cry. It's over. Tomorrow when it stops raining, we'll go back.
Wonder what they're studying.
Hey, where the hell is everybody?
Hey guys, check this out.
It's a lab to study marine.
Wonder what they're studying.
It's an
Ship out in the middle of the ocean. It's probably studying the pyramids, you dipshit.
What a weird fish.
They must have caught them with a diving bell. Certain fish you can only get way down deep.
Well, are they dead?
Of course. They're preserved in a special
Yeah, we should put this in a
so they
different
can be
language
studied
without
later.
subtitles. I think we learned that's how movies are best
One of
taken.
them wasn't dead.
The Riddler, look out!
Look over here.
Thick water.
So the waves knocked the vase onto the floor. Big deal.
Maybe one of them suddenly came to life to eat us all.
Stupid idiot! Don't listen to him after
He
what we
fished
did
her
here.
ass.
He still wants to kid around.
Mountain Dew headquarters.
Well, what do we do now? God, I'm freezing.
Dangerously erect penis. DEP.
You guys are out of gas too?
Wait, you're not gonna leave us alone?
You stay here. Don't touch anything and nothing will happen to you.
We'll be right back.
Bless you.
What are you looking at those disgusting creatures for? But Dorothy, they're only fish. They frighten me. They
Fish
have
are
an evil
disgusting
expression.
creatures. I don't think that's a hot take. They're slimy and covered in scales, and they've got weird glassy eyes. Swim in their own shit.
Strange that on a night like this, there's nobody in the pilot house.
Weird shit.
Shit my monitor says.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
I didn't say the ocean's gross. I said the things in it are.
Terrific. That's all we needed. We're stuck in the middle of the ocean. It's
Glass eye
storming,
voice.
and we're on
Guy
a
with
ghost
glass
ship.
tonsils.
Yep. Jeez, a yacht like this, abandoned on the high seas. I can't believe it.
Let's go down.
All right.
How many seasons
Hey
was it,
guys, what's
CTT?
happening up there?
Nada.
Well? Huh?
Well, nothing. There's no one in the pilot house.
We can call for help by radio.
The radio is busted.
They must have left by lifeboat.
You'd be surprised
No way.
sometimes,
Maybe the
Rude
motor's
Beast.
busted.
Couldn't
Come
be.
on.
They went away leaving all the lights on.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're expecting dinner guests.
I guess it's 2 seasons.
Wow, Home and Gardens. Beat
This
the hell out of the
is
dinghy.
Weird.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Luxury.
Hey, check out that unit.
This is strange. Something's going on.
Look, aquatic bonsai.
Oh.
Whoa, terrific. I always dreamed about a yacht like this. Yeah, I could definitely hang here for a while.
The kitchen.
I met your mother when I'm
It's empty.
forever.
Come on.
No way.
I've only seen a handful of it, but I can't imagine whatever the answer was at the end of season 45
Hey!
was satisfying.
This cabin's empty.
Who was it? Who was the mother? Was it Donald
so
Trump?
This one.
Hi, I'm Jessica Rawlings.
The answer was me.
I give good time.
I wish I could use that alimony. You're all freaking Baskins. Those people have a new thing out about a chimp lady now. I don't think I'll watch it. It would probably make me too sad. I can't handle sad monkey stuff.
Bobby, what is it?
Well, the Overlook.
Hey, it's just a joke.
Idiot.
You know, relieve the tension.
Why don't you quit it, huh?
Can't believe you people have no sense of humor.
Imbecile, you scare me to death.
Wow, they didn't even try to stick up his laugh.
Look, it's full of clothes.
Hey, what size?
For men.
They're men-sized. Blow drying my chest.
I don't like the situation.
It's party time.
Party time.
If we're forced to spend the night, it's a good idea.
Hey.
Party time.
Hey, look at this. These guys are loaded.
Wow.
That's loaded. That was like $30.
Guy's a chemist.
I think it's time to buy a new bra.
That's her dialogue?
One of the sailors.
That's what you had her say? She didn't have to say anything.
That
I
man
think it's
was
time
so
for a new
modern.
bra.
Could he have been one of the crew?
Okay, this is lingering on it a little bit. I do think I need to...
I studied biology in school.
If it's constantly cutting away from the nipple, I feel safer about it.
This must be a refrigerator.
It looks like a hibernation cell. It's full of frozen fish.
Methinks I need a new bra. Once
My
spake
brother
the
runs a
bard.
nautical maintenance company. It wouldn't cost much to change the yacht's registration number, paint over the name, and make a place to party.
This is a cool boat to
Huh?
just find.
What do you think?
You think you
It
already
does
own
look like
this
a
place?
bitchin' place to party.
The drug dealers just left the ship. You can tell by the days marked off on this calendar. And the man we saw in the water was knocked off by the gang.
Drug dealers? What drug dealers?
Bobby is convinced the yacht was used to refine drugs. Everything else on the yacht was to fool the Coast Guard.
What do you think?
The only thing that's certain is that we're safe. As for the rest of it, I don't know. There are some details which puzzle me. The man we saw in the water, if he was part of the crew, was in pretty bad shape. Almost as
Hey,
though
Rude
he
Beast,
was
do you remember
by
Halle
piranha.
Berry's name in that movie?
But we all know piranha live in river water.
This is a fun fact
And
I
as
like
for
to
the
remember
lab,
every now and
there
then
might
for
be
how
a way to
stupid it is.
find out if it's true or not. We'll check the computer.
Yeah, but what do you know about computers? The one in the lab isn't like
It's
the toy
pussy
you have at home.
vagina. Can you believe that?
I can try.
I'm telling you, the stuff in the lab
In
is
1996, they named Halle Berry Pussy Vagina in the Flintstones movie. It was incredibly ahead of its time. No, her name is Sharon Stone. Halle Berry in the first Flintstones movie is named Sharon Stone. Doesn't make any sense. Was it supposed to be Sharon Stone in the role? Like, I get the Stone part, but I get the Flintstones bit. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, my favorite song.
Meanwhile, why don't you cook up something to
There's
eat?
nothing sexier than a woman in a bikini and kids.
Well, seeing as your sister is busy with John Travolta,
Yeah, I'd love to
let
steal
you
a
and
yacht.
me see what's in the
Even if
fridge.
it has a killer fish on it.
I'm really not hungry. I think I'm coming down with a cold.
These are great
After
pants.
what we've been through, it's
I'd wear
lucky you
these.
don't have pneumonia.
I'd look great in these. Maybe
They
a
have
different
enough
cut.
supplies to last for weeks, whoever they were. There's even fish here. Everything is so fresh. The crew must have abandoned ship
Definitely,
in
man,
some
brother.
hurry.
I've definitely had a cold or like post-nasal
Hey,
drip
let's
so
hope
bad
they
that the
don't
idea of
come
like
back.
eating stuff is just not that
Here, try the
appetizing.
fish.
I was trying to
I'll
think of
take care
a
of the
synonym
rest
for
of it.
appetizing. Okay, so just 10 seconds of that song. Oh, there it is. Man, I can get behind this Tradcath thing.
Julie! Wake up! Julie! Are you crazy? The fish is on fire, goddammit!
The animated flames are so good.
Are you okay?
Just drawn flames.
The fish moved in the pan. Sure. Fish burning.
Do you have a sensitive
Get
stomach
another beer.
otherwise, man, brother? Because I do, and part of the thing is I
There's
feel
only
like
one fish left.
my stomach is upset
All
from
my
just
life I've been alone.
being snotty all day
Oh, baby.
and swallowing that.
But now I got something to hold on to, baby. Oh, baby.
Good lord.
Don't worry, honey. For the rest of your life, It can stay that way.
Oh, babe. I got something you can really sink your teeth into, babe.
Why is he talking like Elvis?
Finally, I'm starved.
Okay. You gotta pick one, either Uncle Joey or Uncle Jesse. You can't do both the voices.
There we go.
What is it?
I don't think it's too bad for what we did.
Oh, I love a little mustard with my fish.
Right, and I'm also took it fisherman's worth. Good, huh? My God, you really eat like a pig.
Bro, now you got fucking the mustard and mayonnaise that was all over the fish. Now you got it on the lip of the bottle.
You know what the difference is between a blowjob and a ham sandwich?
God, this is really grossing me out.
No? No, give up.
I hate fish so much.
Yep.
Okay, what?
Let's have dinner tonight. I'll show you.
Oh.
Oh, a fisheye view.
We're gonna have a great time on this yacht.
You laying on the carpet?
We invite our friends, and at night, oh, what orgies! Bring up my friends.
That was the sound effect. That was the laugh from Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Hey. You hear that?
The sound came from below.
I recognize that laugh anywhere.
It's only mice. No way. They gotta be
The only
giant
laugh
mice
I've
to
ever
make
gotten.
that noise.
Didn't you check it out below? Please take a look below.
Come on, Bobby.
Oh. All right. There goes my sex life.
Hi, it's 8 o'clock. What's happening?
Now what is this?
Where's that light switch? This fucking ship is lame.
It's the storm.
I thought this was like a laboratory.
Anything on that shelf?
Wait a sec. Let's see. It's in here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got something.
Oh,
I'll
a
take a look
maraca.
with this. You wait here.
Okay, but be careful.
Hello? Anyone down here?
Are we missing a guy? Somebody already died?
You see anything?
Yeah.
There were 6 of them.
Rats fucking. Get serious, Bobby.
Oh yeah, there's the
Bobby?
big nerd.
Bobby! You find anything?
It's so weird to have a lineup of these 3 guys specifically and then point at one and say, this is the nerdy one. Not the other 2 nerds. There's so much raw butt in this movie. There's so many cheek shots.
Down.
I shouldn't say raw butt on mic.
Please be careful.
Bobby, if you're playing fucking games with me, I'm gonna kick your ass. Bobby. Where are you?
Bobby.
Alright, we're close to 30 minutes. Let's see something, movie. Time for a payoff. Well, not that.
I scared the crap out of you. You son of a bitch.
Follow me. I'll show you what I found. Look, this stuff is gonna make us rich, goddammit!
But are you sure it's drugs?
If you really want to know,
The dub absolutely not matching the energy of the actor.
you'll see. I'll fix myself a dose later. In fact, we'll all have some. That way the girls can really see what we're made of tonight.
I think you're nuts. I don't need that to make love.
Just once.
Look at
A
this.
ton of coke.
Give me some light, man.
This was a science laboratory
What kind of animals are these?
with an open bar and
They're
big
horny
bags
ones.
of coke.
Come on,
Is this what
will you
science
drop this
is?
shit? I want to go get laid. Let's get out of here, man.
Oh, metric conversion always fucks me up, Rubies.
Secret of the Abyss. Unknown animals. Ichthyology. Interesting.
Now, don't tell me you're gonna read that crap.
What's wrong with reading it? Then I'm going to take a look at the computer in the lab. You know, I'm not sure that your version is right.
Okay, to each his own. You take the keyboard, I'll take the broads.
I hate to say it, but hell yeah.
You hear that? What was it?
Let's take a look. Oh, Christ, Mike, there's a man here.
Is he still alive?
No, I don't think so.
Branzino, man.
Who do you think he is?
Whoever he is, I said leave him.
I think he's alive. Look. Come on, Bobby. Let's take him up above.
Okay.
He's going Ahigo.
Girls, look what we found.
He's got to be one of the crew.
This guy's in really bad
We
shape.
found a guy.
Where does he stink? He must have peed in his pants.
She's right. God, it's nauseating.
Poor baby. Somebody change his diapers, will you?
Did he shit himself?
Calm down. We just want to help you.
God, he's freaking out.
I love saying calm down to a guy who's foaming at the mouth. Can you chill out?
He's one of the scientists.
Hey, you're foaming at the mouth. Grow up.
And he's a chemist.
Yeah, dumb chemist.
For real,
Tell
John.
us a damn thing until he comes to. And that could take weeks.
These are good doctors.
What could have happened to him?
What could have
Pain
happened
in
to
the
him?
ass. Now we can forget the yacht.
What's he trying to say?
Let's toss him into the ocean.
Oh, he's kidding around, aren't you?
I think he's serious.
What does China say?
Ow! He bit me.
Don't you get it?
Charlie.
So obvious.
He
They didn't need the chemist anymore. They gave him an overdose and left him to die on the ship.
He's not dying. All he needs is some rest. We all do. I suggest you all go to sleep. I'm going to take a look in the lab.
Charlie Bit My Finger Kid is now like 22
Boy, you guys are
and
weird.
voted for Brexit.
Oh no, darling. This room only has 2 beds.
So what?
Oh, actually, I wasn't looking at the chat. Yours was better,
No
Ruby.
deal. This room is reserved for girls.
Yours is more
only.
topical.
Don't do that to me. Don't leave me alone out here all night. I'm afraid.
The last piece of British news I know is Brexit, and then I stopped paying attention. Afro, welcome back, baby.
Wiener, tool, joint.
47 months. You're showing quite a bit. That might be rude to say, but it's gonna be a beautiful baby.
Julie. Julie, the fish
Afro, what are you
back.
naming your stream baby? Oof, I've been here. This is relatable. Baby crawl. Ugh. Okay. I think we're shifting into gear here. The score's any indication. Look at them wiggling around. It reminds me of the Creepy Crawlers commercial.
Jesus Christ! Okay, okay, Jesus! What is it? Hey, what the fuck?
Sounds like
For
Dorothy.
Christ's sakes!
What happened?
Jeez. All right. Hey, another of your fucking jokes? No, you're crazy. I was whacking off. Honest, I was resting alone in my room. I doubt it.
Calm down. Tell me what happened. It's okay. Oh. Calm down. Tell me what happened.
I was sleeping. I suddenly had stomach pains. So I went to the bathroom. I vomited Buster's little animal. One of them jumped on me.
PMS.
Take me away from
Be right
her,
back,
I
chat.
said.
I gotta water up.
Little animals. Like
That's what I
ones
call
in the lab.
pissing myself.
I don't want to stay on this boat another minute.
You had your usual lullaby nightmare.
It wasn't a nightmare, you dumb jerk. Go to the bathroom and see for yourself if you don't believe me.
All right. Calm down. Go take a look.
Sailor.
Shut the fuck up.
It's 2 o'clock.
Hi, I'm Susie. How would you like to have a shower together? How would you like me to wash you? With mullet shampoo or cuttlefish shampoo?
Hey, honey, I prefer it with tits.
I'm back.
Do you want it hot or cool? Fast or slow? Soft or hard? Try me. I'm Susie. I wash, I tickle, I massage, I'm yours.
All I can see is the vomit.
Told you. I want to scare her the night. Gives her nightmares.
I'm about to
She
bust.
dreamed about those little monsters in the lab.
Ooh.
Oh, there, baby, there. Well, what happened?
Well, you see,
See what?
nothing. Only vomit.
Lady in another great pair of shorts.
Anywhere else. And I don't give a damn about the weather.
All right. I'll take you away. Just calm down.
Me and who? I'm mad about that one. Me and who?
Wait. Put these on. Mike, be careful.
Ah, fuck. The boat is flooded.
The lights.
Ah, fuck.
It's full of water. We have to bail it out.
Oh my God.
Shit. There's another step up here.
He sounds like the gay guy dubbed for Ghost Tales.
We won't get out of here alive!
What do you kids want?
We won't get out of here alive!
Oh no, she died from water. Part Mogwai. Doesn't make
Stay
any
with your
sense.
sister. If she wakes, call me.
Oh, look at this table lamp thing. This is sick. Futuristic fucking yacht. I actually am liking this quite a bit.
Are you feeling better now?
In a non-riffy way, which I know is not great for stream.
I have to find out what happened here. Something is really wrong. The lifeboat has a hole in it, made by an axe. And there's a professor's shirt in it.
What are you planning on doing?
I want to find out what they were researching on this ship. We're stuck here for the night anyway.
The sets are great.
Good, it works.
Good, it works. He's completely nonplussed.
biology.
He's used to these type of monitors, I guess. There's just, in this world, there's a lot of these. Good, it works.
Margaret, this stuff is way out there. It's way over my head. It's like wild stuff.
Go to? What the hell does that mean?
I must have stepped on something soft.
I went before I left.
I don't see anything.
Aw, this stupid. Oh,
Mike,
come
look at
on.
this. What the hell is it?
Isn't
I
it
accidentally
cave?
touched this lever.
I get it now. This is a control console for a distant telecamera.
Where are they?
I believe they're in a bell at the bottom of the sea, along with the rest of the crew.
Lever.
It's attached by
Dragging
cables
the
to a
party
crane.
down.
I have the feeling that the secret of this ship is somehow tied to these
Lever.
strange fish.
Yeah, we're good, too. Whoa.
They found fish thought to be extinct. God,
What's the Mystery
their
Science Theater
work was
bit?
amazing. Dozens of different
Jean-Claude
species.
Gosh darn.
I mean,
Is that Future War? What was that one of?
thousands of years old. Thousands. My God.
Slow massage.
Ooh.
Sensual strokes.
Yaga, leave. Yaga, get out of the room. This is Yaga. I'm watching this for work. This is Yaga. This is Daddy's work. I'm supposed to be watching this. Get out of the room. That's the one I'm
Real
thinking of,
scientific lab.
Man Brother, but I don't know if
Not
that's
the kind of
Future
things.
War.
A lab to
I
refine
don't remember if
drugs.
that's the title of it. But that's the one I'm thinking of.
These fish belong to
Yaga, don't look at this.
Cross of Tepracagen. Until today, they were only known as fossils.
It is Future War,
dating
okay.
From the Devonian
That's a
and
good one. That's an
Carboniferous
underrated
period.
one.
These fish are true living fossils.
I think all the ones they did that were fairly modern movies for the time that the episode was coming out are really good.
The underside is striated.
Future War, Space Mutiny,
or the structure is
Overdrawn. I agree
They're
with that, man, brother.
carnivorous and live on
But
plankton.
the hanging dong part.
And they have mobile eyes and a wide field of vision.
Yeah, Squirm.
They also live out of
Maybe
water.
I have to rewatch that. I remember that one being kind of from the 70s. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Carnivorous fish that live out of water.
Final Sacrifice.
You know what that means?
Oh shit. This rules. One was 1976. Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know. Sounds like Margaret. We're in the lab. Let's go.
I mean, that is a good one, but I'm thinking of ones that were like late 80s and later.
This guy moaned at least this loud.
What the hell is going on here? You still don't get it, do you?
Soul Taker. Hobgoblins. I guess I quit. This isn't interesting. I can quit naming Mystery Science Theater episodes. Sorry.
Damn it. Where the hell
Bus
did it go?
Taker. Werewolf. Okay, so I'm not gonna be uploading this movie as one of my own commentaries on the YouTube, because I don't want
Bobby,
to
shut
be
the door. I don't
advertising
want it
doing
out
a
of
movie
here.
riff and then you come in here and just hear me talk about Mystery Science Theater.
Museum bit, Margaret? Huh? What's that?
Fuck! The fish, you idiot!
Less to those, yeah. Puma Man we've watched on here without
These
the
animals they fish
just raw.
are different than the others. Damn it!
I remember there being like 10, 15 minutes they cut out of it. We didn't say, I don't think somebody said Time Chasers, but yeah, that's one of them. One of them for sure. Honestly, I don't think there's a bad Mike episode. I could do this all night. This is what, I guess I'm just talking about these now. Puma Man was fun straight. I think I need to go to that well a little bit more to find movies. Initially, I thought maybe it was cheesy to watch the Mystery Science Theater movies without the riff. Like uncreative or something, but pretty good. Yeah, that's important to remember too. They cut a lot of them for like ad time and just because it was on cable. Oh, was it supposed to be 3D, you think? It's a real big target, pal.
Now you see why this ship has no crew? Damn it!
Yeah, we've watched Star Crash on here. It is.
Destroy all of you!
Okay, so we've seen 3 times now that breaking the glass will make them jump out at you. So he's breaking the rest of the glass. That's a job. It's like an anime dub. It's wild. Ah! He had to get that last "da" in there. He had just a little more energy left. John! You're gonna watch him break every one? Good lord. For real, Darkwest. We can assume he broke them all. We're just making a montage. It's almost like they're filling time.
I will snatch every motherfucker birthday.
Him to the fish. They're insulting their audience, Teddy.
It's over, Mike.
It's just like Love Lies Bleeding.
I'm not sure. I keep wondering where that animal is that's missing from its container.
What do you care? The important thing is that we killed those monsters.
Margaret,
Had a golf pencil in his hair? What is this? Whose POV is this? One of the dead fish? Then why do we see it earlier in the... Actually, I don't care. Sometimes I start asking these questions about the movie, and in the middle of it, I just realize I don't give a fuck. You gotta check yourself a little bit every now and then. I actually like the shot a lot. I bet if you were like a goon in a movie and somebody snapped your neck and put you to sleep.
Whole other state of mind.
Or I feel like that'd be a very good nap.
The rapture of the
I feel like that might be the best nap you can get.
bizarre. God. Freud would.
Oh God, this was Napoleon Dynamite's yacht.
Look at this stuff.
What is this lamp? What's the deal with this lamp? Walk me through it. Can't believe BJ's missing this lamp. It's like a gnome? What I'm trying to figure out is I think he's got jeans on. He's got like the hem of the pants here. It's also not plugged in, so I don't know where this light's coming from. I do need this lamp. This is a great lamp. You think this would get approved as an emote? Would it be small enough, I wonder, at 112 pixels that they wouldn't even notice? I bet we could sneak it in. I'm gonna try it.
Hatchetfish kleptomania
Oh, thank you, Nakman.
slasagic are endowed with exceptionally developed genitalia in the erogenous zone. That is, at great depths, Nectopedes, given the absence of the female, are carnivorous and gay. This is weird shit.
You need all the pictures you can get of it. It's like Spider-Man.
Vegetable, mineral,
The weird J.
animal
Jonah Jameson.
organism that live in the water.
Get me
preferring
pictures of that
cruises,
lamp.
And they're transported by full-stretched limo currents.
Imagine the headache you get reading in this light.
Plankton, the prime source of food for fish, but above all, wonderful. The crustacean, mollusks, medusas, salpo, etc.
I don't know the phrase Jennies. What are Jennies?
Professor,
Sorry, the fiber optic lamp was connected to the room light.
They were old enough.
I want to help.
Old enough. No.
Oh, genitals.
I understand. These things happen.
Jennies to me sounds like Molly. It sounds like a rave drug or something. It sounds like an upper. This movie's got something to it. I think it's good.
I knew you'd come sooner or later. Shh. These chicks just can't resist the big guy.
Oh, the bear, that's right. What is this, Hulu? I don't know what that's on. I'm not up to date on shit. There we got a side profile of the lamp. Somebody snip it for us. Put it in the Discord. He's got a hat. The hat points the same direction as the penis. Makes it look like a crescent moon.
Well, you were driving so much.
I love Italian subtlety. I think I've seen exactly this scene from something.
So, what are you worried about?
Somebody else was riffing it, or everything is terrible,
You're
or
so
something.
wrong.
But I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
I'm not worried about anything.
Okay.
You're a sheep in my flock. You
Of minds,
All right.
plankton,
Relax, movie.
contaminated plankton. That's what's causing mutation. Professor Dewison, the man who is below. Damn it, Margaret! You almost gave me a heart attack.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you. I woke up, didn't see you in your bunk.
I would
was
never yell
worried.
at Margaret like
I
that.
want you to go below. It's not safe in here.
No way. You stay, I stay. The fish are dead, right?
You sure are stubborn. How's your neck?
It burns a little.
Better?
Much.
The hell are they doing? Eddie, what is this? What are they doing?
I have fire in my veins.
Fire in my veins. Oh, that really got her going, it sounds like. Saying fire in my veins. I gotta remember that.
These fish went through a genetic
Fire in my
mutation
main
caused by the
vein.
plankton.
Plankton? What's that?
Plankton is the major source of nutrient for fish. It was contaminated by radioactive
SpongeBob.
waste dumped by a ship
My
in this
plankton.
area. It contaminated the bottom of this part of the sea,
Contaminated the plankton?
eaten by the fish, and so they became contaminated. That explains their strange properties. These fish are mutants, creatures which possess incredible strength and vitality.
Oh, listen,
Like
these
that
are good
damn
beeps
fish
and
that
boots.
attacked you. Professor Dewison,
The early
after having fished
Kraftwerk.
them and put
Or
them under
Kraftwerk.
glass, thought they were dead. Evidently, one of them wasn't.
Look at
and
the
ended up
stupid one on
killing
the end.
The whole crew.
Somehow it affected him. Here it is. After every discovery, the professor put them into the memory bank.
It's horrendous. I'm sure it's not in one of the containers.
This is the last animal recorded by the
This is a good
professor.
tattoo.
You remember the broken container?
You mean it was that thing who...
I think so. And the most worrisome thing is that it's probably still on the ship.
Well, why isn't the professor dead?
I don't know, but he's lost his mind with sexual obsession. That substance Bobby thinks is a drug is liquidized plankton.
He's lost his mind with sexual obsession.
Oh, you're so good.
Fellas? Is the fish gonna rip them open? What's happening?
We gotta tell him, if he just touches this
No,
stuff,
he just nuts
deep
funny.
shit, it'll be fatal.
He just nuts like a European. I thought the fish was gonna bust through his stomach like Alien.
Activity, the plankton was transformed into cancerous cells. And if it comes into contact with human cells, it develops with incredible speed.
I don't think we have any cumin on board. That's good.
As soon as it stops raining, we'll get our rubber boat and leave.
Tomorrow will be 1 year.
He does
that
this
we're
with his
engaged,
coworkers too.
And I certainly don't want to spend it here.
Oh, damn.
We'll also do the hand on the neck when he explains
Really?
fish
I'm
science.
glad.
Why?
Because you would have never guessed what kind of present you should have bought.
Well, what kind?
A wedding dress.
A wedding dress. For what?
To get married, right? I'm a month
Yaga, don't look at this.
Baby, that's great.
Yaga, this is Daddy's work.
Mike, I'm so glad you said that. I thought you'd be shocked. Oh,
Duh.
Mike. Mike.
Oh, liminal. This is just like the back walls creepypasta. We're still at it. Good for him. Oh, this is good. This is good. Holy shit. Oh no! Oh no! I don't think I can show this.
Jesus!
The fish threw up and she thought it was this guy's spit. That's how little Europeans brush their teeth. Remember that. I disagree, Teddy. It took about 59 minutes. Let's go. It was a spit. Does she? You think she thinks he's inside of her? She didn't think that was cum.
Oh my God!
Sounding annoyed more than anything. Oh my God! How did you know how it got in his ass? Oh, she's fine. Yeah, this is very nuts.
Where'd it go?
This is like the Italian boxer's omen.
Oh, Mike.
We should all be so lucky, Afra. That or get our neck snapped. I don't think the CTT. I don't think they're always killing people when they snap the neck like that.
Quick!
Just poke at it a little bit.
We have to get out of
of here. Wake up Julie. She must have fainted.
Julie!
Just move it around.
To go! Julie!
Sleepy.
Julie! You have to get dressed, understand? We have to go!
No, Bobby, not again.
Julie, I'll give you 2 minutes. Dorothy, wake up.
He's gonna lift it up on that stick and scare everybody with it and chase him around.
You were making love to
He's doing it for morale.
What? If he laid one fin anywhere on me, I'll make him swallow one of the fish in the lap.
We have to go. It's nothing. The
That
door
was
just fell
barely
off
even
the
Dutch.
closet.
Almost a 90-degree. When does the bear come in, I wonder? Maybe we did a bigger way.
Mike, you crazy? And you say I'm the one who does dumb things. You could have killed me. Okay, guys, let's hit the sack. You're upset. You know, I'm gonna go take a shower. Drain the old dragon.
God, I'm losing my mind. I almost killed him.
I'm living at a
Hallucination
cuckoo clock.
before.
Don't you remember what happened between you and Bobby?
No, I was sleeping.
Yeah, you have a strange way of sleeping, with your legs apart and no panties on.
I have to drink something.
I don't think that's the support she needs right now.
Midnight. I would be careful if I were you.
It's a bad friend. Good pants, bad friend. Just putting a loose syringe in my pocket.
Damn it. It just won't stop raining tonight. I can't wait to get off this damn ship.
What are we gonna do, Mike?
I don't know. I have to relax a bit. I'm very, very confused.
I have dancing lady. She might have died in the shower or something. I skipped past it.
Professor Durst, I'm Mike. I brought you something to drink.
They couldn't afford the $10 to pay her another day of shoots.
What are you doing? As soon as it gets light, we'll take you off the ship.
Juan Cleese.
Okay. I feel sorry for him.
I feel
He's in
sorry
such
for
bad
her.
shape.
I pity you, man.
I have some pains in my gut. Like it's boiling, bubbling.
Do you have your period?
No. Here. What could it be?
Period could be painful, but it's not the bubbling you described.
But it's not the kind of pain you get when you have your period. I've had those. It's almost like something boiling.
We've had
I've
those.
never felt it before.
Mike, what is it?
There's something back there.
I don't see anything. Will you tell me what's wrong with both of you? You've been acting strange for some time.
Maybe you're right. Let's rest a while.
It's weird that she's
You'll be done
not.
in a couple of
How
hours,
calm
and
she
we'll get
is.
out of this.
Your sister's lucky being able to sleep so peacefully.
Why is she being the voice of reason right now?
These pains are killing me.
Do you have any problem?
Hi. Do you know what time it is?
Mike, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Fucking game time.
Hurry back.
I'm not telling.
Bobby, you still in the bathroom?
Please come in. Come on. Be seated. Come on, place your ass down. Constipated?
Nobody cleaned up the vomit earlier? Y'all just left it on the floor?
Don't you feel better now? Lighter, more relieved? The toilet tissue has...
Oh, this place is a CVS too.
Please, substitute. Any paper handy?
Long piece of paper. That was a bit. That was a long piece of paper bit.
Newspaper?
Jot that down.
Not as available.
The world's biggest slide whistle.
Come on. Please, use your fingers. Your fingers.
Big arcade buttons on their thing.
I'm yours. I'm yours.
Doing a Hadoken to turn the water off.
Would you like me to tickle you? Please. Oh my God. Now. Now use your fingers. Now use your fingers. Now use your fingers.
Who the hell is that?
No.
That's supposed to be an AI?
Now use your fingers. Now use your fingers. Now use your fingers. Now use your fingers. Now use your fingers.
Yeah, I think this would be a cool double feature with House. So the ship is haunted by fish. Because the plankton was contaminated. Haunted by fish because the plankton was contaminated. I think I got it.
What's happening?
Turn the water off. You could have just fucking palmed the water out by now.
Margaret! Darling! Are you okay, honey? I love you. You're gonna be okay.
Pinnacle let out a big fart when it died.
Baby, come on, let's go to the cabin. Come on.
What happened?
We have to get out of here quick.
But how?
Take her to the salon. I'll get life.
I get like this when I take the
If
stairs.
we stay here, we'll all die. Quick, put these on. The professor too. I'll go wake Dorothy.
Hi, my name is
Dorothy!
Jessica. It is 2 o'clock.
Wake up! We have to go.
I think.
Wake up, Dorothy. We have to leave the ship. Hey! Hey!
Let me dream.
If we don't get out of here, it'll be your
Yes,
last
they want it to
dream.
be too much, John. Seems like they
Wake
want
up,
it to be a
Dorothy!
haunted house movie and a monster movie and a,
Get up! Come on, Dorothy!
a technology horror film. Whoa. There's more of this, honestly. This is all you need. That's coming out of her ass? Oh, sorry. I was watching a different video.
Oh my God! Please save us, please!
Yeah, he was completely... didn't seem shocked at all to see a big translucent monitor. So I think it's just vaguely supposed to be the future. I was a little bored on the last one. Exactly what you need for a migraine. This is definitely 3D.
You have no more sister!
Hi, my name is Jessica. Jessica, it's 3 o'clock. No, it's 4. No, it's 1.
Why do we have to go on this damn boat?
I don't know what time it is.
I want my sister!
Please, let's go!
First, I have to do something. Something important. Destroy these monsters, or we'll all become like them.
No? Please don't leave us alone!
Here, use it if you have to. I'll be right back.
No! Please! I can't go and leave my sister. Let's go, Julie. Let's just go. Come on, we gotta go. Let's go. We gotta go now. Please, let's go. Yes, we gotta go. No! Julie! No, I can't make it.
Found the old skeleton room. There's no explanation for why there would be a bleached, clean skeleton down there.
I feel terrible.
Let's go to the salon.
No, I can't make it.
Julie, what is it?
Led into the hidden temple layout. Could be a medical skeleton, I guess. Not on the mount thing. I could have gone for 10 more seconds of that. Really ramped that up. No, that place stinks. Plot is the future boat is haunted because the plankton that the fish eat is contaminated. Simple as. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think that's how fish row works. I don't think that's the part of the equation that the eggs come from. It would still be her eggs. That makes no sense. Fished up. Whoa. Hell yes. This would honestly be a cool survival horror game. Premise. I mean, if you fixed it so it made any sense. Hell, we've all felt like this. Hell.
They're fish shaped. They're multiplying
Just like
into
Daddy.
thousands. Mommy, you miserable rotten son of a bitch! Margaret! Where are you?
Blackout, malfunction, electrical short, blackout.
Margaret? It's Mike!
Does not compute. Exterminate.
Don't worry, Professor.
System is
We're gonna
up
leave.
down.
Where are you, Margaret? It's Mike! Margaret! Where are you? It's Mike!
Danger, danger,
Wow.
eternity -5. You have 5 minutes to evacuate. Evacuate. Red alert.
Don't say
Red
T-5 and then you have 5 minutes to evacuate.
Is anyone
That's confusing
listening?
messaging.
I still hear footsteps. Evacuate. Evacuate. You
Oh, shit,
have
candle.
4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Burned down
to
like 30
evacuate.
seconds.
The time is now.
What are you doing here? Answer me!
Mike, I swear I'll kill you.
Get it. I'm okay and I'm lucid. My name is Mike Alton, and it's time we went. The ship is gonna blow up soon!
Ah. I wanted to make sure nothing strange happened to you.
We know each other's names. Get off the ship. Get off the ship. Stop screwing around. Evacuate. Danger.
Come on, Professor. We're going.
Danger, danger.
I don't know!
We must warn them, Mike. We must
Hurry up or
warn
it'll be
them,
too late!
This AI is funnier than me and it's scaring me a little bit.
They're out of fucking control! Warn them, Margaret? What is it? Oh my god! The fight is contagious!
Was his plan ever to get off the ship after he set it on fire? Or are all the stakes undermined at this point? Everything's gonna. The ship's on fire. Everything's gonna die.
Eternity -2 minutes.
Smoke. Look at the computer cough.
Margaret! I'll take you away from here! I'll cure you! We have to get married, remember?
He thought it was Sly adding that last part. He's gaslighting it.
I don't want to become like the others. Mike!
It's our We have Margaret! Margaret! I love you! Oh,
There's 4 minutes left of the movie. They got a lot of work to do here. It got so much smaller.
Level beyond danger zone. Evacuate! Dr. Smith! Dr. Smith!
It's a good question. Why are they saving the scientists?
Wake up! Leave her alone! There's more pussy in the planet!
I'm not sure he's saving anybody. I feel like he's sacrificing everybody. Where does he think he's going? Do they still have the ship from the beginning? The lifeboat?
Mike!
It doesn't matter if he has a cure if the boat and everything in it is burning down. The problem solved. He just needs to worry about getting himself out now. But he doesn't seem to have planned for that part. Just a cool dude. Hey, I just like the scientist, man.
Who opened the radioactive container?
Rock Samson build. Doesn't even matter. You know what's funny? It doesn't even matter how nasty this guy looks because he's also 6'2". Whoa, is that a lighthouse? In a Bioshock bit.
This is the last
Lost interest in
fucking cruise I'll ever take.
Good laugh line. I thought staying with my mother-in-law was bad. Oh, he forgot that the fish lived in the water. He forgot that fish live in the water, so he was just kind of changing the battlefield advantage there. Wipeout, indeed. Speaking of wiping out, I think I'm going to get out of here and go to bed because we've got a stream tomorrow at noon. We've got 3 movies on the block. What do we got tomorrow? A little preview. Tomorrow we're watching the Joe Estevez shot-on-video slasher, The Catcher, the killer baseball catcher, The Worm Eaters from 1978, and Robo-Man from 1990. They are loud credits. Alright, so we got that to look forward to tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you, Mod, for helping me out on the scoring. And thank you, everybody who subbed and supported through donation. It's very appreciated. If you want to donate too, remember you can do it with that QR code. And let me just do a little bit of quick math here to see who our diaper baby is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks right. So by about 30,000 points, our diaper baby is Steven for the second week. Congrats, Steven. I lost my train of thought. And good night, everybody else. Let's go raid. Hang out for the raid. Remember to spam those emotes. Congrats, Steven, and thank you, chat. Mwah.